One draws a double. Left wing Wallace. Down the lane. Caruso to the rim for finishing touches, baby. AC lays it in with the left hand. Thunder 122. The Spurs 113. We're on the brink of getting this thing even at Paycom Center.
You heard it all on the Thunder Radio Network. That was the final score. Caruso off the bench at 16 points. The MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 30 points and 9 assists. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Knicks and the Cavaliers will tip off on Thursday at 8 Eastern Time. In the Stanley Cup West Final, Game 1, the Golden Knights defeated the Avalanche 4-2. In baseball, the Dodgers blanked the Padres 4-0. Blue Jays held on 2-1 against the Yankees in the Bronx, and the Brewers shut out the Cubs 5-0. Chicago has lost 5 in a row. I'm Monty Bolaños.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Cody McClure, Bad News, Bubba Schoen. Happy Thursday morning to you. I am happy to be back. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Bubba, for holding it down. Happy to see you. How are you?
Doing great. Good to be here. Good to be anywhere. Fine and dandy this morning on a beautiful Thursday here in our fair city. A little stormy out. Nice stormy Thursday. Good to have you back. We certainly missed you, especially once Sam deserted us in the middle of the week, and it was just me and old Bubba yesterday. But we put it together and got it done. Bubba deserves a lot of praise. Bubba was a star yesterday, because if not for Bubba, we wouldn't have been on the air. If not for Bubba, we wouldn't have been on YouTube. If not for Bubba, I wouldn't have had anybody to talk to.
Sure.
We wouldn't have had SEC Mike on. We wouldn't have gotten a call from DR Vol. We wouldn't have had Jordan on. Bubba was a star yesterday.
Now, I got a couple texts about it.
Yeah.
Yep. Saying that you guys did a great job. Saying that they were impressed that you didn't just call out and not do the show. That you seemed like a new Cody.
Well, I mean, I didn't even know Sam was – Bubba had to let me know. That's another thing, another praise for Bubba. I wouldn't have known Sam wasn't going to be here had Bubba not told me.
At what time did he tell you? What day did he tell you that? Because I thought I texted you that too.
The day before.
Did I text you the day before?
I knew before you had texted me.
Okay.
I knew by then. But
okay.
Sam didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Bubba had to tell me. So I guess Sam was just going to ease on out.
Is it true that Bubba said that he wanted his own show and wanted to spread his wings?
Yeah.
And felt underutilized?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we can work something out, Bubba. Like once a week, you can plan the show. I mean, this could be yours. by all means, if you want to take hour 2 today, go for it.
Now, one thing I will say about Bubba, and let me know if this is let me know what the protocol is on this, because I was looking forward to coming in here and eating this sausage biscuit that Bubba had bought for me yesterday. Bubba was so kind to buy me a biscuit yesterday, but I had already eaten breakfast, so I said, well, okay, I'll just save this. So I put it in the fridge to eat today. I was going to go ahead and eat it today. And I go in there, and the biscuit's no longer there. And I said, well, but, it's Bubba's purchased item. It was a gift to me, but I guess it was your biscuit, Bubba, so you had every right to eat it. But is there like a 24-hour window? And
I think there's only a 3-hour window. I think there's a 1-day window.
Okay.
I told John this morning when I walked in, I said, hey, I'm breaking some rules here maybe, but I felt disrespected that I had it out there, and then the whole 3-hour show went by, and then throughout the course of the day. And so I said, you know what, at that point, it is what it is.
I appreciated it, Bubba. I was gonna eat it. It's just that I had already.
So was that in the fridge or out on the desk?
It was in the fridge.
Okay.
Yeah, I had saved it. It's disrespect would have been I just throw it away like it's garbage.
I mean, it's also disrespectful when somebody gets you a nice biscuit in the morning to just keep it out on the desk for 3 hours and then put it in the fridge after the show.
My belly was full. It was on the desk for 30 minutes.
I didn't stop you from drinking a 32-ounce iced coffee.
It was on the desk for 30 minutes, by the way.
Or a half a liter of Coca-Cola. I didn't stop you.
It wasn't half a liter. It was the bottom part of
a quarter of a 2-liter. Then
Bubba is exaggerating greatly this whole situation. But
yeah, think about a quarter of a 2-liter. What is that?
That is half a liter.
It was.
He's got you there. Dead to rights.
Well, yeah, but that's not the way he said it at first. That's not what he said.
Yeah, I said half a liter.
You said half a liter. It was not half a liter.
A fourth of a 2-liter is half a liter.
I didn't say it was a fourth of a 2-liter. I said it's the bottom of a 2-liter. It was the bottom of a 2-liter. That's all it was. Anyway, how was your trip to the Bahamas?
I had a good time. I've come bearing gifts.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got you something.
Whoa.
Jamaica. Ooh,
a gold coin.
I got
from Atlantis.
I got you a gold coin, Bubba. I got you something too.
Oh.
If you want to come over here and get it.
Let it be cool. A grown woman.
It's not a grown woman. I got you a gift. Come over here and get it.
Oh, this is neat. What do I do?
I was trying to find the most. At one point, I was trying to find the most gaudy trinket I could give you.
I like it.
Here you go, Bubba. I got you something.
I like it.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
It's a spinner.
Yeah, I got you. You can go tell the audience. So
that's neat.
Yeah. So I was, at one point, they had a hat that had sewn sharks on top of, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that for Cody. That way I can be like a Seattle hat.
Yeah.
But they only had kid sizes. I tried to put it on, it wouldn't fit my head. I know my head's bigger than yours, but I was like, if it's not fitting mine at all, there's probably not gonna fit Cody. So I didn't want to buy that.
No, I don't think I could wear a kid's hat.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, because at one time you're like, oh, I love when people get me gifts, blah blah blah. So I was trying to think, what could I get Cody?
That's a nice little knick-knack.
So I just settled on that.
This will look great on my mantle. On my bookcase.
Oh no, you need to put on your keychain.
Well,
it's a keychain.
It's got some weight to it.
Yeah, it's a keychain. You said you said if I got you something, you would cherish it and use it. So that goes on the keychain, and every time you pick up your keys, you'll think of me.
Does it have to go on the keychain?
I mean, it is a keychain.
Yeah, but it could also be just kind of a pendant. Like a. At first, I thought it was a gold coin. I could put it in a necklace. That's something else I could do. I could wear it.
And then, Bubba, I got you a gift as well.
Show the audience here.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
It's got some calligraphy and hieroglyphs, and then unit underneath.
Yeah, there's a G up there. The calligraphy is G. It's a cursive G.
See that they made it sideways to where I have to spin
it spins.
It's a spinner. I'm going to put this on a belt.
Okay.
So I can have a wrestling belt that's also a spinner belt.
Enjoy the G Unit spinner. Those were a big deal 20 years ago.
Very neat. Very neat. Yeah, don't spin it too much now.
I'm the champion, brother.
It'd be all spun out over there.
So enjoy your trinkets.
So
Thank you,
did you get in the ocean? Did you get a tan? I mean, what was?
I don't know how much of a tan I got, but it wasn't from a lack of being outside. I was just really lathered up with sunscreen. I was very terrified of getting sunburnt down there. On the first day, the UV was like an 8, which apparently is really, really bad, really strong. So my biggest fear was being sunburnt. So I stayed pretty lathered up and stayed, when we weren't in the pool, I was sitting like under an umbrella, like with a blanket on my legs. I didn't want to get my feet sunburnt. So like I'm not as tan as you probably would expect somebody to be coming back from a trip, but it wasn't from a lack of being outside.
Well, that's just good preventative maintenance.
Yeah. Just my biggest fear was September and getting sunburnt. So I didn't want to do it.
Well, did you
went down the water slide a lot?
Yeah, that was your favorite part, the water slides.
Yeah, overall I'd say so. I mean, I had a good time. There's a lot of good stuff.
Fun activities?
Nah, I didn't really do too many fun activities. Went to the pool, went to the casino, ate, did some drinking, went down the water slide, went through the aquarium, looked at some fish. Nothing crazy, but I liked the water slide. They were fun.
Is there any Italians there?
Were there any Italians there? Yeah, there were some Italians there. How about this, though? Last night, I'm sitting at an outside bar. Me and my old lady, we went and took some pictures on the beach, then walked up and went to the bar. Just randomly, chatting with people. Guy sitting right next to me went to the same exact high school I went to in 1981. I thought that was so crazy because, like, at one point we're talking, they're from Denver. They're talking about Denver. There's another group of guys over there from, I don't know where the hell they're from, Texas, I guess. I randomly just bring up, oh, yeah. She's talking about the Broncos. Like, yeah, I was going to go to a game during COVID, or, then COVID happened. I was going to go watch my Titans. He's like, oh, you're a Titans fan. I was like, yeah. He goes, okay, well, I'm from Tennessee. I said, oh, good, me too. He said, I'm from Athens. I said, whoa, me too.
Small world.
Yeah, and I was like, well, actually, I'm from Niagara. He goes, oh, yeah, even smaller. And he says, I said, where'd you go to high school? He said, McMinn County. I said, oh, well, me too. Crazy.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's
all the people in the world would be sitting next to at the bar. A guy that was also a fellow Cherokee.
Was he in great shape?
He was a good guy. I said I had a lot of money too, so I mean, like
that could be you.
Nah, but he was cool. I mean, he's a nice guy. He's holding down the alma mater, I guess.
Do you have any mutuals? Did you ask him if?
Actually, yeah, his niece and nephew. I knew them. The niece was a year older than me, but we had Spanish class together. So I mean, like, yeah, we had some mutuals.
Is that what they called it?
It was Spanish class. We were both just fighting for our lives in there with Miss Atia.
Yes, Quandro. Yeah. Well, that's cool. I always like that when you meet somebody, randomly drinking at a bar, and you find common ground there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I thought that was maybe the highlight of the trip.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's good. Did you get in the ocean at all?
No, I didn't get in the ocean.
Was there a beach? Did you go?
Yeah, there was a beach. There was a beach. I stayed in the pool. I don't like the ocean.
Yeah.
I don't like the ocean.
Too many crabs.
Walked by there, took some pictures,
jellyfish.
But I didn't get in the ocean.
Yeah. Well,
then we almost missed our flight yesterday.
Oh, yeah. What happened
that
there?
was a little tricky.
Airport.
Yeah,
struggles.
I guess in the Bahamas they had their elections last week. So, the hotel we were staying at, the Atlantis, I guess, has a nice ballroom. So they were swearing all of them in. So, like, as we're leaving, there's like all these just crazy cars pulling up, crazy outfits, guards out there. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And, they're like, oh, it's Parliament Day. I was like, oh, my God. So then, like, the taxis couldn't get in. Luckily, a guy had a private, big blacked out Suburban. I guess he's a special driver, but he's like, I'll take you to the airport. It'll be $65. And I said, that'll be, I was like, fine, run it. That's good, because it was $55 to get from the airport, which I feel like was a real overpay. So he got us there. Thank God he was there, because otherwise the taxis wouldn't have been able to get there for a while because the roads were shut down. So then we get there and you get to security. I've got pre-check. I walked right through. My old lady doesn't have pre-check, so I was like, well, see you later. So then she's standing there. I mean, it takes her about 30 minutes to get through, 35 minutes to get through. But once you get through security, you had to go through customs as well, and that was another 30 minutes. So we were really cutting it close. I mean, I wasn't. I was sitting at the gate for about 35 minutes waiting on her, but she showed up.
Just in the nick of time?
Just as they were announcing our zone to board.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I mean, she had about 15 minutes to spare, maybe, but
that's cutting it somewhat close.
I was getting some stressed out text messages about it. And then I had some friends telling me I was a real jerk for leaving her.
Well, what are you supposed to do? I mean, you were already cleared.
I was cleared.
What are you supposed to do?
And it wasn't like this is the first time we'd ever traveled together. And she knows about the TSA pre-check, and she's been talking about meaning to get it. So like for the last 2 years, she's been talking about needing to get it.
Yeah.
So it's not really my fault that she hasn't got it. And plus, me, I have a weak stomach as it is, but like it goes to a different level when I'm on vacation. I don't know if it's like the air pressure in the hotel. I don't know if I get nervous. When I'm on
anxiety.
When I'm on vacation, I use the bathroom. I kid you not. Over the 4 days, I probably used the bathroom 15 times, 16 times. It might even be underselling it. So I was like,
that's a lot.
Plus, you mix in the drinking with it too. So I was like, look, I can't really stand in line for an hour right now. I was like, there's probably a good chance my stomach will start hurting.
Well, to me, that would just be silly. You have the
both to stand there. Yeah,
you have the pre-check. Like
people are saying it's just rude to make her stand by herself.
A lot of people are by themselves in the security line. I mean, what are you going to do? Stand there and
which to her credit, she was completely fine with it. She wasn't mad. It's just a lot of my friends that I told, they were saying I was a big jerk. I knew I could count on you to make me feel better about being inconsiderate.
I would have blown right through there myself. Yeah,
good. Now, would I have gotten on the plane had she not made it?
Well, now that would be
that I don't think I would have done.
I don't think you could do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten on the plane. I might have faked a medical episode or been like, please just give her 5 more minutes. Please, please, please. Probably wouldn't have worked, but I wouldn't have gotten on the plane, Bubba.
No, you can't just leave her in the Bahamas.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. But I was chilling at the gate. I went into the gift shop and bought her a 20-ounce bottle of water. I had that waiting for her. She was talking about she was thirsty.
That's a good $9 investment there.
Not as expensive as you'd think in the airport. That was one of the only places I feel like I got a deal.
What was it, $6?
The water was like $4.50, but the soda, was only like $2.50, like a nice 20-ounce Coke. Usually, that's like $7-8 in the airport. So I felt like that was the only place I didn't get robbed.
Well, that's not bad.
Dude, they tried to rob me of this bad boy. $9 for this. That's why I still got it.
From the airport?
Yeah.
You've been reusing that for 2-3 months now?
Yeah.
Okay. It's happy to be back, though. I'm happy to be back. We'll continue the conversation. We'll talk some sports on the other side. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
This week is a huge week for your Knoxville Smokies.
Don't have your tickets yet? It's not too late. Join us Tuesday as we honor our incredible law enforcement. And Wednesday is all you can eat. The weekend is kicking off with one of our favorites, Margaritaville. Food and drink specials all night long with that island feel and post-game concert and fireworks. Saturday, it's not only a doubleheader, but it's Grateful Dead night and fireworks. We end the week with our day game of the week on Sunday. It's jam-packed, so get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Shout out to the boss man for delivering Cody a delicious biscuit after Bubba. There used to be a phrase for giving something and trying to take it back, but I think that phrase is canceled, so we'll just call it Bubba giving. For Bubba giving Cody a biscuit. And I even got to reap the benefits. There was 2 in there, and Cody said, "You want the other one?" And I said, "Sure."
Yeah, I was hoping you'd say no.
Yeah. I could tell that it was a half-hearted gesture, but I did appreciate the gesture.
Those are so good.
And I did accept the gift, and now I've had a nice little treat too. So, win for me. Shout out to the boss.
I've made about every wrong decision this week.
Yeah. You know, your eyes are a little bit bigger than your stomach, Bubba. Your desires a little bit bigger. You steal Cody's biscuit back. You're trying to steal my show, saying that you want the mic more. The phrase I got was
after
quote,
yesterday. I want it less.
I think the phrase was quote, "I'm being really underutilized here." I think is what the listener texted me. So, by all means, brother, where do you want to start today?
I forfeit.
Those Weigel's biscuits are so good.
It is nice. It is nice to feel like you're in control for a day or so, but it is stressful when you got to do it every day. It's like, oh, the news don't stop coming. Or actually, it does stop coming.
It does.
Yeah, and we got to find something else to talk about.
Yeah, I was saying if I did my own show, I would like the sweet spot. I think I could do well would be a 2-hour show.
2-hour show, and then taking callers.
And you gotta have a good group with you.
Yeah,
I mean you can't. And that's why I like our show, because we know what it is with, and you got the crew, and like you start some new venture, and then you get some intern that's half-ass. You don't know what you're working with. It's not really.
But definitely over the next couple months, if you want to start taking callers again, we could take some callers if you want.
I don't. I mean, unless it's Dr. Vol. I mean, he's a friend. I like talking to him.
Sure.
Nobody else I'd really like to talk to. I mean, maybe there'd be 1 or 2 guys here. I don't want to say nobody.
Well, you already did.
But, yeah, I mean, but
apologies to everyone not named Dr. Vol, but Cody thinks you suck.
Well, it's just most of them. You get in there's a few guys I like. Guys that call after. I like Jamie. That's I like him. He's a guy I like. But. And then some of those guys, I'm sure, listen to us, and we've talked to Roberto over the years and some of the others, but then you got some that are just some real numbskulls.
Well, yesterday in Hoover, Tennessee, eliminated. Cody, apologies to you. It's another loss to Arkansas and something. As the Vols finish the SEC season a perfectly 500, 16-16. Of course, that was 15-15 in their 30 regular season games, and then they go 1-1 in the postseason. A nice win over South Carolina on Tuesday, but then I feel like, and maybe it's not completely accurate, but I feel like with this baseball team, you kind of know which version you're getting by like the second or third inning. And like very rarely have I felt like they've surprised me. Now they've blown a couple leads early in the SEC play, so you maybe thought you were going to win some games, you ended up losing. But that kind of quits, after the LSU series. We'd kind of quit, blowing leads at least. And I think from that point on, you're like, oh, the good team showed up. All right, we're going to win this one. Or nope, ain't got it today.
No, it's going to be one or the other.
And then I thought, yesterday, of course, the first inning, Arkansas scores 4 runs, and they knock around Blanco, and you're like, okay, yeah, probably could go ahead and turn this one off. I do give the boys a little credit though; they fought back and got it back to 5-3. After Henry Ford really smoked a double down the line, it was back to 5-3, and he said, okay, here we go. But then Arkansas hit a 3-run bomb in the bottom of the 5th, and that pretty much ended the game for all intents and purposes.
Well, they had that long-haired boy who his first 2 pitches were home runs that he hit off Blanco. Blanco was not good to start the game. And then I thought, we brought the freshman in, and I thought he was doing pretty well, and he got that guy out, his third at-bat, the long-haired guy for Arkansas who'd hit the 2 home runs. He got him out, and then Elander immediately pulls him out, puts another guy in, and then that's when you give up the 3-run bomb that kind of shut the door. And so I don't know about that decision-making from Elander to pull the freshman at that point. He hadn't thrown many pitches, and he had just got the big dog out. So I don't know. Questionable decision-making there, I thought, and pulling the freshman when he did.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Elander would do it differently if he got to do it again. I don't know if at a certain point you're trying to just get as many guys work. I don't know what the balance is in Hoover, especially like now with the expanded tournament and you're starting on Tuesday and you got to, run through this and win 4 games, 5 games to get through and win a championship.
Yeah, and we were never going to win the whole thing.
Right.
Because we don't have the pitching.
So I don't know if he's just like the main focus is A, staying healthy, and B, getting some guys work, or if it's like, hey, I really wanted to win that game and try to win as many games as possible. I don't know. I know Vitello in the past, even the year we won it and went on to win the national championship, it was kind of up in the air on how badly we wanted to be there. You know what I mean? Like you still had to have that kind of miraculous comeback against Mississippi State and then kind of survive with some weaker pitching to go and win it all. I don't know if Elander's upset that they're headed home. You know what I mean? Like it might be one of those things. Like that's fine. The offense played okay. Some guys made some big plays. Let's go and get healthy and get rested and attack our regional, as we go to either Georgia Tech or North Carolina, most likely. Maybe Southern Miss, I guess. One of those 3 places, I think, is where I've seen Tennessee mocked the most often.
Well, there was talk that a win yesterday could have put us over Arkansas.
Okay.
And that it could have helped us a little bit when it comes to the seeding, and maybe our location and where we end up going. But, I would have liked to have seen Tegan Coons against Texas and give him some work this week. But maybe it's more beneficial that he gets more time to rest.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, the year in 24 that we won a national championship, we played a whole lot of games down in Hoover. And, with the benefit of hindsight and knowing the result, you could say that those guys had to learn how to play some clutch moments. Like, who knows if you come back and beat Florida State in Hoover, had you not came back and beat Mississippi State in a, somewhat similar spot where you're trailing late in the game and you have to, kind of man up and come through in big moments. I don't know. I don't know what that team would say.
Blanco, man, I was not impressed by him. I've pretty much decided that this team, and I'm just a baseball casual, but to me, really, it's Teagan Coons, and then that's about it. And then you might get another good performance, but you got Landon Mack going through this injury, and then you got Blanco, who's, extremely hit or miss. I feel like lately as a pitcher. So.
Well, I will say, without being, as plugged in as maybe I should have been since I was on vacation, but like I thought it was crazy just to say that Blanco was pitching on short rest. So like what we're talking about here with the idea of how badly Tennessee wanted to win it. Part of that story is that Blanco is going on your typical 5 days rest, 4 days rest in terms of 2 days fewer than what you usually get in college baseball. Like it was more of an MLB rotation. And, again, with the benefit of hindsight, knowing what happened in the first inning, I would say that it was a bad decision to pitch him on short rest because he didn't look like he had his best stuff and he got knocked around that first inning.
I still thought we should have kept that freshman in longer when he came in. I forget the kid's name, but he came in after Blanco, and he was dealing pretty good. And that second home run, did you happen to see the
one that went like the 430 feet or whatever?
That second home run, the long-haired guy at Arkansas hit was like a damn Barry Bonds out there. Just knocked it into the announcer said that may be the hardest hit ball we've seen all year. He said, down in Georgia, they've got a saying, the feed the pines, because of the trees out in the outfield. When they hit home runs, they want to feed the pines. Normally you don't hear that here at Hoover, but that one made it all the way to the forest. Just absolutely shattered that ball.
Well, and that was that off the freshman you're talking about? Was that off Chandler Day?
Chandler Day's who I'm talking about. No, Chandler Day got the guy out.
Okay.
The guy had two pitches thrown to him, and he had hit 2 home runs.
Okay.
And then they brought Chandler Day in, and Chandler Day got him out. But then they pull Chandler Day, and immediately the next pitcher they put in there gives up the 3-run bomb.
Yeah. Okay, so he gave up the 3-run bomb, and he was getting credit, I guess, for 2 of the runners. Okay, yeah. That was whenever I was boarding the plane. I was trying to pull it up to keep tabs because I saw we were making a little bit of a comeback, and it's like, nope, 8-3. Okay, never mind. Bubba, you have any thoughts on the baseball game? I want to make sure you're getting the ball and getting your words and being properly utilized over there.
We lost.
Yeah.
My dad was going through it. He said this baseball program was done when Vitello headed west. No swagger. Everybody wants to give Elander a chance, but he makes really bad decisions. I felt when Frank left, that was a sign.
Now, was your dad someone that was a little slow to embrace the bad boy image of the baseball team, or did he like it? Because it's funny, because that's been a big complaint, the lack of swagger, but I feel like some of our fan base hated all the swagger we played with whenever we actually were here playing with swagger.
He likes winning.
Okay.
I think he liked it as soon as he saw Tony Vitello was a winner.
Okay.
I think our performance, though, lined up with kind of what at least Sam and I talked about back here throughout the week, where it's like, hey, just win that one. Maybe try to we didn't really put up a fight too well for game 2.
You fought back a little bit. You could have gotten blown out. You made it 5-3.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say the boys rolled over and died. They did show some fight, and I do think that was a nice thing to see. But then, the final score being 8-4, you didn't really make them sweat late in the game.
Well, I was pulling for Arkansas through the first 5 innings because I discovered a little thing you can bet on college baseball where you take the first 5 winner and then the outright money line. So I had Arkansas/Tennessee.
Oh.
So Hogs ahead through 5 and then Tennessee winning the game.
So you thought maybe the boys would battle back. So when it was 5-3, you're like, oh, hell yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, that was like plus 950 or something. So
then it was 8-3, and you're like, oh, no,
yeah,
never mind.
8-3, I was like, it's over. Yeah, we're cooked.
Yeah.
But, nobody will even remember this, though, if you go win that regional next week, and then this don't even matter.
I'm surprised that that there was talk of Tennessee, bypassing Arkansas had they beaten them.
That was what Kendall
Rogers.
Yeah, I guess Basilio had him on yesterday, and that's what he said. That if Tennessee were to beat Arkansas, that they could potentially pass Arkansas.
Especially if you were able to keep winning. Yeah, Arkansas right now in the RPI 24th, Tennessee 31st. So I guess had those games switched, yeah, you could have maybe made a move.
That's basically if he said a win could really help you in Hoover, but a loss really doesn't hurt you.
Yeah,
is basically the way he put it. But
so all in all, the season now hinges on where you are slotted on selection. They usually do that on Monday, right? I think it's a selection Monday on Memorial Day. Yeah, so we'll learn our destination on Monday morning. Like I said, it feels like all the projections I've seen has had Tennessee going to either Georgia Tech or North Carolina. There was some talk of Southern Miss, but I think that was when your RPI was more so hovering in the mid-20s versus now where it's in the 30s again. I guess it's possible they would send you somewhere like Florida State, maybe, but I doubt it.
I mean, Georgia Tech could be the toughest draw of all.
UCLA.
UCLA. Yeah. I mean, UCLA is number one.
Yeah,
I mean,
having to go all the way out west to play UCLA is the toughest thing on the board.
Like 48-6 on the season.
I don't think that's really a big possibility. They try to keep the regionality. They kind of want to make that a thing. I guess they could send you to an SEC team because there's going to have to be some overlap, at some point. But I would say that, yeah, like I said, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, maybe Florida State, the three most realistic options at this point.
I mean, of those mentioned,
right,
Georgia Tech is the toughest team there.
Yeah, how would you feel about that, going to Georgia Tech? It's not a long travel, and you get to jumpstart the football rivalry a little bit early. I don't know if I want to give them the bragging rights, if they were to win that regional and knock us out. But, Atlanta's not that far of a drive. Maybe you'd have some Tennessee fans, taking over or at least trying to go down there and support the boys.
I mean, I don't think Tennessee's going to be scared of anybody playing in the league that we play in.
Right.
Like you look at what we're used to. I mean, it's an every weekend deal in the SEC. You're basically playing a super regional half the year, the teams you're playing.
It does go back to what your dad said, though. And it goes back to what we've, talked about this baseball program this year is the confidence, the swagger, the fire. Because, in the last 5-6 years, I wouldn't have cared about Tennessee going on the road to any non-SEC team. I would have thought Tennessee was going to get the better of them. When we had to go to Clemson, you went there and you thought, okay, this will be fine. Boys got it. The boys went down there and the boys got it.
Well, it's like the swagger comes and goes. It's like, I don't want to say they necessarily have no swagger because I thought Elander had done pretty well managing the last couple weeks, last month or so even. Like, they've had some pretty nice highs. They're just so inconsistent, and they have a great series and then they come back and just lay down and die, and make you think they got nothing. Like, that's kind of what they've been doing. And maybe that's just baseball, but you have a great series against Alabama, great series against Mississippi State. And then you have Kentucky, and then
any of your Arkansas buddies talk trash to you?
I wouldn't say talking trash. Clint just sent me the link to Arkansas baseball getting ready to play Texas today, which I'm aware that they're playing Texas, or tomorrow. They play tomorrow. They look forward to that because they hate Texas.
Yeah, I hope Texas beats them.
Yeah.
I'll be rooting for Texas.
I don't really care.
Yeah, you're right. I say I'm rooting for them, but I don't really care either. That's the proper take to have, I think.
Now that we're out of it, I couldn't care less what happens in Hoover.
Do we think fan runs Garrett will stay down there? Because he's been talking about how great Hoover is. And
Well, that's a good question.
Is he going to stay down there and watch the rest of the tournament? I would say he probably will, right?
That's a good question because I heard him yesterday with William talking about what a great atmosphere and how fun it was and everything. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. He was still at the game last night, so I guess he's going to stay and stay down there and wasn't just there for the Vols. I would have left, but
yeah, I would have been on the first bus out.
Maybe he just has that love of the game.
I don't think I have that same love of the game when it comes to college baseball. Like if we're not in the mix, like I'll still watch some of the College World Series.
Yeah.
If we're not there, like I normally at least watch the championship, and
I went down to Hoover in 22 and 20. Is that the only one I went to? Maybe just 22. It was a fun time. And we won the tournament, so it was more fun then. But
oh yeah, it's always more fun when you win.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Vitello, man.
We mentioned the Georgia Tech football game. Got some conversation surrounding it. Coming up next, Bubba, send us to break. In 3, 2, 1.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
if you had the YouTube muted like we're supposed to, I wonder if the audience could just figure out what we were dancing to, or if there's like, what the hell is this? These guys are vibing, though. Shout out to everybody watching over on YouTube. I missed you guys, too. I'm happy to be back. Cody, I got an email yesterday about Tennessee, Georgia Tech, really about every road game the Vols are playing in for football. We have 5 road games. I want you to put them in order in terms of the ticket price that each school is trying to charge Tennessee.
Okay, so the schools decide these prices for the away fans to pay?
Yeah. I'll give you the 5 games, and you put them in
5
order.
games.
Well, I was just going to give them to you, the audience as well. The audience might not know.
Very well.
In order of when the game will be played. You got Georgia Tech, September 12th. Arkansas, October 10th. South Carolina, October 24th. Texas A&M, November 14th. Vanderbilt, November 28th. I'm looking for the you can go highest or lowest.
I would prefer to start at the highest.
Okay, good. We'll go lowest to help build the anticipation. The cheapest game on Tennessee's schedule is
Vanderbilt.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's incorrect.
That's why I wanted to start with the highest.
You lose.
So I could at least get the first one right.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go with highest then. Cody, a chance at redemption. If you lose again, I'm taking back my keychain. That'll be your punishment.
You can't do that.
I've
already got it on my key ring.
Bubba did it to you with breakfast. You didn't do nothing to him.
I've already got it on my key
The
ring.
most expensive game on Tennessee's away game schedule is?
I don't really know the logic in guessing these, but I'm assuming it's Texas A&M.
0 for 2. Oh, no.
I mean, that's the biggest game.
You lose, good sir. Bubba, have you seen these prices?
I did see a little bit for the Georgia Tech. And
Okay.
the following.
Well, never mind. You don't get to play.
I don't know the logic to use here. I mean, Vandy's a rival. Georgia Tech, we're probably going to be their best home game. I mean, unless they have Georgia at home this year.
Yeah, Vandy being a rival in state made it a very weird guess for you to say that they were going to be the cheapest.
Well, I just it's not a place that to me really seems like there'd be a heavy demand for. I guess there is, maybe coming off the Pavia era, but
then on the flip side, Texas A&M. I mean, you gotta think logically. They hold over 100,000 people, so
yeah, but so do we, and we charge exorbitant prices.
Hey, Cody, what do you think about Arkansas?
I don't know what we charge. I don't know what we charge the road teams though.
I don't know. What do I think about Arkansas?
Yeah, you think they'd be cheaper or more
I would
expensive?
think that would be one of the cheaper ones. I mean, looking at those 5.
Wrong. That's the second most expensive ticket.
Clearly, I have absolutely no idea. You should just tell us.
I'm going to
just give us the information.
The most expensive ticket. No. Hold on. I got to start from the bottom. The cheapest ticket. South Carolina, $153. South Carolina, the cheapest.
I guess that makes sense as you look at their program not having a lot of juice.
$153 to be determined on whether or not you can get them through your Costco membership.
Okay.
The joke there, Bubba, is that they were selling season tickets through Costco a couple years ago for like $80.
I mean, they suck, so they've been kind of down for a bit.
They're the 5th most expensive road ticket. The 4th most expensive road ticket, Texas A&M, $163.
Okay.
Right smack dab in the middle. We call it the Goldilocks road game. Not too expensive, not too cheap, just right. Vanderbilt, $178. The second most expensive ticket, Arkansas. Arkansas is like, hey, remember a couple years ago when Tennessee came to town and we got the biggest home win we got in the last 20 years, 15 years? You want to relive that? Well, come on down. $203 for Tennessee at Arkansas.
It's a shame we gave them that. See, I would think they would be more comparable to where South Carolina's at, just given the state of the program,
I guess they're like, hey, a lot of West Tennessee Vols like coming, and our fans, again, remember, this is one of the greatest memories you have recently as an Arkansas football fan.
Well, and they usually beat us when they host us.
And you could even go back to that punt return. That was cool too. Remember when we killed them then? Hey, what about 1999?
Darren McFadden in 06.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which that leaves the most expensive ticket, Cody, Georgia Tech, $243.
Georgia Tech is probably feeling like their program has juice for the first time in a long time. They're not a team you ever really think of as being a contender. They're always they're like our Mississippi State, they're like that 8-4 kind of team that just occasionally they'll be okay in their division there, but it does seem like they feel probably like they're better, that they've got more hope than they've had in a long time.
They also only seat 51,000 people right now. Typically it's 55,000 or so, but they're doing some renovations, so they've lost I think 4,000 seats for this upcoming season. So 51,000.
And it's a team that they don't get to host very often, or that they haven't hosted probably in dozens of years, that a premier out-of-conference opponent in Tennessee. Like I said, it's probably the best game on their schedule if they're not hosting Georgia this year.
Do you have any interest in going down to Atlanta for the game?
I will not be able to do that. No.
That's right.
I will be preoccupied.
We'll be on a trip. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. So we couldn't go even if we wanted to.
That's right.
We could do that for my bachelor party instead. Just go to the Georgia Tech game.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. I think I'd rather go to Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially in seeing that, they're going to charge $243 to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend that at the roulette table.
We can get a damn poolside cabana, two of us, instead of going to the Georgia Tech game.
Go sit in the damn hot sun in Atlanta.
Yeah, they'll give us a damn private cabana and some booze for the price it'd take for four of us to get in there. We'll get to have a good old time.
If I'm going to be sitting in the hot sun, I'd like for it to be poolside.
Yeah, yeah. Some
As
Latino women running around.
Yeah,
yeah.
Ideally,
I don't know how many Latino women go to the Georgia Tech football games. I don't know.
Not many. Probably.
People are upset, though. People are blaming Danny for the ticket prices, the road games. I don't quite think that's fair. I don't know the exact inner workings, so I can't say this with 100% certainty, but I feel like in the past I've been told that the other school kind of decides the cost.
The other school.
Ryan Alper, you're on the clock here. Danny White's best friend from another school.
Now, there might be something to that. Like Georgia Tech, not so much, but if we charged Arkansas $200 last year, they might be returning the favor, right? I do know there's some gamesmanship there on where you put the fans. Was it Texas, Florida a couple years ago that was complaining about the band getting put at the very top of the stadium? Was it?
Whoa, this guy was a VFL.
Oh.
He was a deputy AD from 21 to 2025.
Okay. Georgia Tech's AD is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so he got hired from Danny's tree.
Yeah. He knows the Danny system all too well. That's
he knows how to milk the dollars if he worked for Danny White.
He's all those rednecks from up in Knoxville. They'll pay top dollar to come down and watch this game.
I mean, it is kind of a cool game it's an actual home and home to be able to go watch your team not too far down the road in an actual opponent's stadium.
Yeah, I'd like to know how much you can actually get Georgia Tech season tickets for. Now, maybe they're sold out, coming off of the season they just had, but I know that was the trick people used to do just for Vanderbilt games, because you could get the whole damn season tickets for the same price you could basically buy a resale for the Tennessee game. I know Alabama fans would do that to them too whenever they were on the schedule.
That's brutal.
They just buy Vandy season tickets. I can't imagine Georgia Tech season tickets are much more than $250. I'd say maybe $400 to get in there. Maybe not, though, with the limited capacity and the season they just had. Maybe
they
not.
Require a donation? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like you can get $250
for season tickets.
Yep.
So the cost of this one game?
I believe so.
Well, there you go. Just buy some Georgia Tech season tickets. Maybe you can sell them for $10, $15, $20 a piece after after Tennessee beats them.
You got the Bobby Dodd connection there. Tennessee and Georgia Tech.
Hour 1 in the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. Bubba, I want to give you a chance to make sure you're getting what you need here. You got anything else to say about the ticket prices or the road games?
I just want to go home, John.
You don't get to go home. That's the thing about running your own show, Bubba. 5 days a week.
I don't want today to be the day that I choose it.
What do you mean you don't want today to be the day? It's every weekday from Monday to Friday. You don't get to say, hey, I'm taking a day off. The audience needs to be entertained. I'm not making you do the whole hour, but here, 30 seconds. Tell the audience something. Let's go, Mr. Being Underutilized.
I'm going to have a mental breakdown. I'm just going to start screaming rampantly, and who knows what will happen.
We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Airlines have just reduced their prices even more. Book 30 days in advance and save big.
Want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets? Then call the Low Cost Airlines Travel Hotline right now. For prices so low, we can't publish them anywhere. The only way to access our low rates and save up to 70% is to call. Save hundreds on your vacation tickets by calling right now. You can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-631-1754. 800-631-1754. 800-631-1754. That's 800-631-1754.
The Drive with Russell Smith. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6.
Join us weekday afternoons here on Fan Run Radio. We'll be discussing all the latest Tennessee football, basketball, and baseball news with expert analysis from special guests along with your phone calls. It's The Drive, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6, right here on Fan Run Radio.
Flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Ever been the coach who realized the team's gear just wasn't up to par? Well, if I'm being honest, that was me. Just a downright irresponsible and plain bad coach. Then SM Athletics changed the game. I want you to picture this. I walk into their store, a coach with a vision. SM Athletics didn't just see a coach. They saw a team's potential, and they delivered custom uniforms so striking. Our team's spirit soared. From cutting-edge apparel to top-notch equipment, SM Athletics transformed our presence. No more unreliable online orders or envying the other team's style. SM Athletics stands for quality, design, and on-time delivery every time. Coaches, elevate your team with SM Athletics. Call 865-966-3434 or visit smathletics.com. Get the best for your team, delivered right and on time. So, elevate your team's game by contacting SM Athletics today.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
But to have him just admit that the here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. They didn't have any seltzers in the Bahamas, which I thought was very interesting. I was just having to drink liquor the entire time.
Did they have any white Hennessy?
I saw a meme about that, but I don't know. I didn't ask. Is white Hennessy just Hennessy?
There's a little something extra to it.
Like some coconut or some...
A little something. I think you can only get it like on like a cruise or one of those like vacation destination places.
Got a little cream in it. My mic on, please. Oh, did I do that?
Did I do that?
I didn't do that.
What is happening here?
Hello? Hello?
The light's red over here.
Hello? Hello? It's not me.
Can you hear him, Bubba?
No. His light's on, though. His light's off. My light's on.
Wiggle the wire, I guess. Something happened.
Oh, there we go. There we
go.
Yeah,
Okay, let's hit some news before we mess something up.
Must
Hour
have
2
been
headlines.
a short in the mic here. Well, here is the big news, John. He's back. Coach O has been hired at LSU, returning to serve as the special assistant to recruiting and defense for the Tigers.
I know Lane out there doing plotted with these hot young women down here. I want to do the same thing.
Ain't it good to see an old friend, as Lane Kiffin tweets a picture of him and Coach O shaking hands. Welcome back to LSU, Coach O.
I guess it is. There is a little bit. It is at least a little heartwarming that Coach O loves LSU so much. I guess it is nice that like he has a home, even though they fired him.
Yeah, I mean he's Cajun.
Yeah,
I mean it'd be like Philip Fulmer here. I mean he's Tennessee. That's who he is.
And then of course knowing that Lane Kiffin and Edo have a long history, it's kind of endearing that they're friends. Now they feel like two scumbags, to me. The two of them just being scumbags together.
Those sorority houses better lock the damn doors.
Yeah,
better bolt them shut, girls.
There's going to be some
Coach O's back in town.
There's going to be some nefarious action going on.
Where them Tri-Delts at?
But shout out to Edo, back coaching, sort of, kind of. Do you have his exact role?
Yeah,
like assistant,
special assistant to recruiting and defense.
Yeah, basically Lane's getting him some money just to hang around.
Well, it's good to have a guy like that helping recruiting. He's a known figure.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, is he going to be out on the road? Is he like? You're only allowed so many coaches on the road.
I would imagine he's going to be going into houses.
I would say that he's not, because I would say he's not going to be one of the. What, you get like 7 coaches, I think they can go recruiting. Like I would imagine he'll be more of the closer at on location, maybe like when the parents come there for a visit.
I don't know, because he does seem like a guy that you would want dealing with the parents in Louisiana. You know what I mean? I mean, you're talking about a lot of Cajun people down there. I mean, he is the son of Louisiana. Like if you're, and that's where LSU has always recruited their own state. I mean, their hotbed is Louisiana.
I can't help but think this is just another slight at Ole Miss hiring their former head coach. Just Edo and Lane Kiffin just coming together to try to bury Ole Miss.
I think of Coach O more with LSU. I mean, I know he spent time at Ole Miss,
sure,
but he's a Cajun. I mean, he's a Louisiana guy, and it's good. It'll be good to see him back. I don't know how much, on the field coaching and all that he'll do, but says he's going to help with the defense some too. So that's good to see. Florida head coach John Summerall. Did you see his quote about not getting into this thing for money? I guess he was on with Next Up with Adam Brenneman. He said, "I didn't get into this for money. I was making less than $20,000 a year living in San Diego, California. living in a studio where I probably carried a Glock on my hip in and out of my apartment complex some nights. That's the Florida head coach, John Summerall. Says he carried a Glock living in San Diego.
Well, I feel like Dabo has said similar stuff. Like you don't initially get into coaching to be rich. Like Dabo was talking about, when he's like an assistant, basically like living in like a attic with his mom, sleeping, like up there with him because they were so poor. And just basically working for free and, grinding your way to try to get a chance. Now, for some coaches, you do get that huge payoff of becoming a coordinator and being, a top, $1 million salary. Of course, a head coach where you can make life-changing money, generational money. But I can't imagine you actually get into the business with the idea of like, hey, I'm going to be rich. I'd say most people get into it just because they love it and they want to try to make a career out of it. A lot of them do get rich, though, once they become head coaches.
Well, certainly. All indications point to LeBron James playing next season, says Shams on the Rich Eisen show.
Yeah, they're not gonna let LeBron leave with no farewell tour. It's going to be kind of weird if him and Aaron Rodgers are going out at the same time, though. Like if LeBron says, like, hey, this is my last year, and it's going on the same time Aaron Rodgers is saying, hey, I'm going out this year.
I was just about to tie the two together.
I do think Aaron Rodgers' farewell tour is going to be a dud. And at this point, would be pretty surprised if he makes it all the way through the season. So we'll see.
Rodgers did confirm yesterday that he will be retiring after the 2026 season. He said, yes, this is it. Finally. Thank God.
Well, yeah, I think back to Brett Favre's kind of farewell year where I feel like it felt like game like 7 or 8. They just pulled the plug and he was just gone. Maybe game 10. They had the roof collapsed in Minneapolis. The next thing you know, Brett Favre just never played again. And that was kind of it. I feel like that Aaron Rodgers is going to have a similar exit as Favre did.
The St. Louis Cardinals are launching a new movement. As of yesterday's game in Busch Stadium, the upper right field bleachers at Busch Stadium have become a dedicated high-energy fan section. Inspired by the tarps-off atmosphere fans have brought to the ballpark, any fan in the ballpark, regardless of seat location, can join the fun. Shirts optional, says the Cardinals. So they're taking this after like you remember those boys at Oklahoma State?
Yeah, I was going to say it feels like they're just ripping off the Oklahoma State.
Well, they've dedicated a section in the upper right field bleachers at Busch Stadium they're calling it their high energy fan section where shirts are optional.
Well, good for them.
And no gender specified either.
Hey.
It says any fan in the stadium who wants to join the fun can join the fun.
There'll be some people meet their lovers up there.
I mean, I feel like when you send a tweet out like that and you put any fan in the ballpark can join the fun, shirts optional with a winky emoji.
Let me see.
I feel like when you put that tweet out,
the Cardinals tweeted this.
You're kind of asking for it, aren't you?
Starting tonight, the upper right field
might
bleachers.
be an age limit for that.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Bubba.
Well, when you put a tweet like that out, I mean, it says any fan in the stadium. I mean, there's definitely going to be some women up there. I mean, when you say shirts optional, it doesn't say, hey, women, by the way, you got to wear bras. There's going to be some topless women in that stadium.
Well, there's a picture somebody scrolled of who is this angel in the outfield, and it's a woman doing it, but she's got a wife beater on.
Yeah, and I would say most women that go up there are probably not going to take their shirts off, but there's going to be some.
All it takes is one. All it takes is one.
You know there's going to be some cans flopping around at some point up there.
This is me and you mixed right here.
What an odd-looking guy.
This is what happens if you would merge me, you, and your friend Jordan DeJani, all three of us together.
It'd just be a fat, bald guy with a beard.
That's what it would look like.
Yeah, basically. Well, TSA, someone you've had interactions with lately, now allowing passengers to fly with medical marijuana in both carry-on and checked bags.
Nice.
You see anybody on the plane with medical marijuana?
No, but the people in front of in front of me and then eventually behind me in security and customs. They let this little 3-year-old boy just run wild. Just running through the lines, screaming, crying, knocking stuff over. And the mom was just like, "It's okay, sweetie. Whatever happened to busting somebody's ass in public?" Be like, "Hey, sit down here. Relax. Stop running around."
You're saying you should beat your children is what you're saying.
I do think spanking and beating are two different things. I'm not saying to beat the boy.
Both good ways to get them in line. Huh?
I'm not saying to beat the boy. I'm just saying there has to be some fear of a beating. I feel like I'm not a parent, so like, take it with a couple grains of salt. But like, the kid needs to be scared of his parents. Not saying the parent has to beat the kid all the time, but like there has to be at least an acknowledgement that like, hey, there was that one time where he spanked me and beat me really good. I can't have that happen again, so I'm going to come sit down.
At least need to have it in the back of mind.
My parents didn't beat me, but there were a couple times that I still think about where I really got my legs bloodied up with some hickory. So like I knew when push came to shove, hey, whenever they said they were going to count to 3, when they got to 2, I better stop and just go over here and sit down and be quiet.
Yeah. I mean, you do remember those ass whippings for sure. I got beat all the time. They whooped me good.
How many times do you think you got beat? Because there's only like 3 that come to my mind.
Beat?
Yeah.
I don't think I got beat, but I definitely got my legs strapped, like you said. I got whooped.
I got what I would consider child abuse maybe 3 times. Like if I had called the cops, I think they would. Now that's catch-22,
Did you ever have blood on your legs?
Oh, yeah. But if you call the cops, then they take you away, then you're going to be in a way worse situation. So you just kind of had to sit upstairs and cry about it. But, like I said, when it came time, started counting to 3, I knew at 2 to chill out because I knew they had it in them.
I got the belt a few times. I got, it was normally from a male figure that you really feared it. It was like if my mom threatened to spank me, I'd be, yeah, okay, sure, mom. You get to a certain age, it doesn't really hurt when mom does it. What do you consider to be the greatest opening line to a song?
First off, bleep your bleep and the click you claim.
Well, I'm not seeing this one in there, but this is going around the internet. Genius tweeted out. Genius, by the way, is some sort of, I don't know what they are, music, pop culture media company.
Yeah.
They tweeted, "What's the greatest opening line to a song?" And many submissions. This is going viral now on the interwebs, and a lot of great submissions here. How about "They blew up the Chicken Man in Philly last night"?
Sure.
Would that one be in your top 5?
No.
It's a pretty damn good opening to a song.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. That would be in my top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bubba, you got any submissions?
My daddy served in the army where he lost his right eye.
That's a pretty good one, actually, Bubba.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that one in the comments, but that is a damn good one. Okay.
You don't have any submissions other than the Chicken Man?
Oh yeah, I was just reading through them.
What's yours?
I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt, and the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Sunday morning coming down, Christofferson. I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand. Warren Zevon.
So you just like weird ones.
Well, I'm just reading people's comments.
Yeah. They just like weird ones.
I mean, they're unique, I'd say those are unique openings. They blew up the Chicken Man in Philly last night. That might be mine. Hello, darkness, my old friend. We've all heard that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. May I have your attention, please? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
See, did you consider that the first line of a song?
Yeah, I think so.
That's not like the first line of the lyrics though. Like what do you like?
No, but it's the start.
Can the ad libs be the first part of the song?
I think so. I think because it's a hook.
Okay, well then I changed my mind. It wouldn't be first off bleep your bleep. It would be that's why I bleeped your bleep, you fat mother bleeper.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, if we're counting the ad libs, I would say that.
I mean, I think it's just a hook. Like it gets you into the song, right?
Or when they put on the when Mini-Men comes on, you hear the 9 gunshots.
Yeah.
Oh, pull off.
God said to Abraham, "Kill me a son."
Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things you could.
When I hear first lines of a song, though, I think of the opening lyrics. I don't think about ad libs.
It's Britney, bitch.
That's a great start to a song, but yeah, I don't consider that the first lines of the song.
I've seen several people write this one in here, but I don't know the song. In 1984, I was hospitalized for approaching perfection. Do you know that song?
No,
I don't either, but that's pretty prevalent in these comments.
There's a song called Random Rules by Silver Jews in 1998.
All right.
By who?
Am I allowed to say that?
If it's the name of a group,
I
don't think that's a steadfast rule. There might be some groups we can't say.
Yeah, they're called the Silver Jews.
Like if you're talking about straight out of Compton, you better just go with NWA. You know what I mean?
Individuals with an attitude of.
You can say Jews. That's what they're called. That's what they are.
Who knows in today's climate? But let's go to break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
For me to ask you how trivia went. Cody, how did trivia go? And I swear to God, I was just sitting here the whole time, Bubba, thinking today was Tuesday and that we were having trivia. I've almost asked you multiple times if you have trivia ready to go today. I'm all mixed up.
We can run it back.
I'm all mixed up.
Well, you could contend that one of us didn't even play trivia this week.
Well, I didn't. So I didn't play.
Well, neither did I. So
you didn't get to play either.
You and I have both scored 0 points this week. So
who'd you play against?
We could run it back. Sam, I had one of the poorest showings I've ever had.
You scored 0 points.
Complete shutout. Yep.
Bubba, he scored 0 points.
That is correct.
Here's the thing.
How many did Sam score?
7.
At least 7.
Here's the thing about me scoring 0, though. I'm not a kick a field goal down 42 kind of guy.
That's not exactly true. I've seen you go for to try not get shut out a couple times.
It could have been 7-1 or 7-2, but
Sure.
I'm going to keep shooting for the
Sure.
stars, man.
Sure.
Once I get down, I'm going to go for it. So.
I hate when I miss shows. I feel so out of the loop. Like, what have you guys been talking about? What's the latest gossip? Bubba, have you seen Obsession yet? Did you go see it?
No,
Nah,
we didn't
on
talk
the,
any
lineup for this week.
We didn't talk anything about movies.
Hokum? Did you go see Hokum yet?
Nope.
What about Obsession?
I tell you
Or
one thing.
excuse me, a Passenger.
Nope.
No, why
That movie's not out yet.
It came out today.
Oh.
I'm gonna go see it tonight. I love going to the movies. I've been thinking about Obsession for a week. I was hoping that somebody had seen it. But
My only big thing, John,
girl.
was I had my worst blunder officiating this week.
honestly, both girls. There's two hotties in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's two just absolute smoke shows, and I have been thinking about both of them often.
Yeah, Bubba got beat up the other night at the Little League game.
It was the worst thing ever. And then today they try to have me run it back with the same groups of, teams playing.
I got messages about that too.
I can't show my face.
I don't. Full disclosure, I don't listen to the show whenever I'm not doing the show.
Why would you?
Well, I just don't really like listening to sports radio in general. There's only like a couple podcasts that I listen to.
Yeah.
But I love you guys, and I do miss your live, and I would feel so weird listening to it, so I don't want to. But I do get text messages when I'm not around. And I got a text message that Bubba quote. Let me see if I can read it. Let me see if I can find it.
Bubba had a real situation, but people love the umpire chronicles.
How the hell does Bubba claim to respect the game but doesn't know the damn rules? That is the text I got. So I didn't know what they were talking about, but what is the story there, Bubba? What rule did you not know?
He doesn't know a lot of them.
You say, I don't know what I don't know.
But here's his thing about not knowing. He doubles down. He's like, I got to make the call. It has to happen, and there's no second guessing it. Like, once he commits, what's
the situation here?
So, backstory. In my life, when I last played youth baseball, I remember this umpire who I missed home plate running home one time. And he said to me, hey, you missed home plate. But I ignored him. And then I got tagged out, and he called me out.
Sure.
because I missed home plate.
Sure.
In quotes.
And this stayed with you for years.
Fast forward to the other night when, the team's making a comeback. They got bases loaded, 2 runners score. Boom, boom. They're waiting for the other kid. The last kid just misses home plate. So immediately, flashback. Hey, kid, retouch home plate for me, please. Goes on announced. So I said it a little bit louder. Other kid looks at me. He's like, oh, did you not touch home plate? I was like, I didn't see it. And then the kid goes into the dugout, takes off his stuff. They're going crazy. And then at this point, I've already said it out loud. So it's like, oh, God, what's the rule in here? What do I do? So I call the kid out. Apparently the rule is the team, we have to be just quiet, just like see it, observe it, but say nothing about it.
Yeah. See,
even though as a kid, the umpire said it out loud to me.
Yeah, he probably was trying to help you out because you're probably, pinch hitter, ninth in the ninth in the lineup. I mean, the rules that every kid got to play, they probably let Bubba get in. So like everyone's probably really invested in Bubba scoring. So he's like, hey, come on, touch home plate, little buddy.
But the crazy thing about it is that Bubba said he hated that umpire who did that to him.
Yeah, and then
and he became that guy.
So you hated him for telling you that you didn't touch home plate?
Yeah. Because it's just embarrassing as a kid. Because it's like, no, I swear I touched it as a kid.
So now you took this embarrassment and multiplied it by 10 by telling both teams. And then calling them out. Okay, so...
And then, at that point, I'm getting absolutely lit up. Everybody, the parents, the people, they're just like, oh, well, we'll see it on our video that we recorded here. Man, you can't do that to the kids. Man, that's some balls, man. And it's like, it's already been said out loud. What do you want me to do?
What's interesting about Bubba is he doesn't admit to making a mistake.
Oh, I know.
He
well, you can't do that as an umpire.
He simply commits to it. There's no, oh, my bad. Like, there's no,
that happens a lot. I'll say, oh, ball strike. My bad. Sorry.
So, what's the final score of this game?
It's like 6-4.
Oh.
That was pretty close.
Tightly contested.
So, this one run kind of mattered.
I think they ended up winning, but
you don't
I think they
know?
wanted it to be. No, I don't keep a score. I don't know who's who out there.
Yeah. You're just out there for a check.
We don't even get that half the time.
Have they ever paid you yet?
They paid us one time since April when this started.
For how many games?
What
like
kind of
5.
damn Mickey Mouse operation are they running over there?
How many games do they owe you for?
We'll find out.
You guys need to strike. You guys need to get together and say, hey, there ain't going to be no more games till we get paid.
Who pays you? The Parks and Rec department? You got to go to somebody.
The Parks and Rec's paying one guy, and he's keeping all the money and not paying out everybody else. And now they're going to fire you, Bubba, for messing up. Then you're not going to get that money.
But it was just the worst week because it's like coming off a terrible weekend, and then I go ahead and do this. So it's like, man, I just
one of Bubba's cats ate the other one.
Dog had some issues going on over the weekend.
Situation.
So that kind of ruined the vibes there.
Okay.
Also, my tee time that I was going to get, for golfing got screwed by some older gentlemen that took my place instead. So that really ticked me off. So I was just on a downward slope, man. I'm a snowball, the old Dave Ramsey, just getting bigger. And then I'm just out here goofing it up, ruining 8- and 9-year-old lives on a Tuesday night.
Telling thousands of people that you want my job. You're kicking me off my own damn show.
I didn't say that. Nope.
Kicking me off.
Nope. I said I love John. He's a great guy. TalkSports is not the same without him.
Okay. Look, let this be a lesson, Bubba. Sometimes mistakes happen. That's what you just need to tell people.
And it's like that happen for me just every time, though.
Well,
like last night, I goofed up too, and this point.
What'd you goof up last night?
I said a kid so I'm at behind second. I'm the worst umpire ever. I swear. It's my first year though, so I don't expect to be the best at it.
Yeah, but you don't have to be the best. But you
don't be the worst.
You could learn the rules.
You could strive not to be the worst. What the hell happened last night?
So last night, I was between first and second.
I know a group of 9-year-olds hate to see Bubba coming.
Oh, you got this bum ass ump again tonight.
Seriously. And
I
like,
still remember the umpire from when I was that age.
and typically,
There was a guy. We had an umpire in McMahon County who he lived in his van. It stunk. You could just see all of his stuff in there. And he had like 3 teeth. He had 3 teeth, and he was the worst. And he was the tannest guy I've ever seen. He kept a suntan, but he was old. He was gross looking and smelly.
Did he remove a tooth for each strike?
And every time I saw him, everyone's like, "Oh God, we got this guy tonight." That's how these kids feel about you.
Yeah, but like again, I was between first and second. Typically, these kids don't try to steal home or do anything just too dumb on the base paths unless it's just one team. They weren't playing. But then out of nowhere, this kid just like lollygags back to third base, and the pitcher throws it. My distance, I'm 55 damn feet away.
Oh, no.
I don't know what's happening, so I just called him out, even though he didn't touch him at all. And then I went to the coach. I was like, "Coach, man,
you guys need you need ABS out there."
This is bad for our brand here, Bubba. If word gets out in your Carnes community that you're Bubba from TalkSports, from Fan Run Radio,
maybe they'll tune in. Actually, hold on.
Maybe they'll come taunt you.
This is going to be bad for the brand. But I was going to say, until you told me you made another mistake last night on something that seems pretty simple.
I mean, it is if I'm 20 feet closer.
Well, even the goats mess up sometimes last night. Jeff Probst, who a lot of people consider the greatest host in TV history, or at least modern TV history, he made a big gaffe on the season finale of Survivor 50, which is supposed to be the biggest season of all time, where they're doing like a weird taping / live thing where they're checking in with everybody, and they're getting ready to go to the very dramatic fire building to see who gets in the final 3, and he spoils it and tells everybody this. So this is our last member of the jury, and everyone just kind of like, "Oh," he's like, "What?" They're like, "Well, we haven't shown that yet on TV." He just blew it. He told everybody what they were getting ready to see happen.
He blew the finale.
Not the first place winner, but it was just the 4th place guy. But in every finale, there's a built-in tense moment where like third place to get to the final 3, the bottom 2 people have to build fire against each other.
Uh-huh.
And like you have to like build it high enough to burn this rope, and it's always pretty tense. And sometimes the winner comes from that. But
does this still get ratings?
Yeah, no, it's still a big deal.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
it's a juggernaut.
It's still CBS.
Yeah,
right?
It's still like one of the biggest shows on TV.
Really?
Yeah. So like in the finale, there's always a moment where 3rd place and 4th place, or the bottom 2 people in the final 4, have to build fire against each other, and it's always pretty tense because the fire gets going and there'll be comebacks and they can't get it high enough. Oh, he choked, and he told everybody who lost on accident before they had actually shown it.
That's not good.
And that's Jeff Probst, Bubba, and he's the GOAT. So
I'm blaming the production team for that one.
Say what?
I'm blaming the production team. They probably said, "Hey, Jeff, here, introduce this guy out here."
Well,
introduce Rizzo, and then he's like, "All right, we can do that." And then it's like, "Oh, Jeff, we forgot to show this."
Well,
clip.
you can say, well, no, it wasn't a clip; it was a whole 10-minute segment.
Yeah.
They're watching along during the thing, so like it's nobody's excuse. There's nobody's fault except his. Plus, he's the showrunner; like he's in complete control of the show. So like he's the main guy. So he's got to own it, which he did kind of own it and kind of laughed about it. But he messed up, Bubba. So if the GOAT, Jeff, can make a mistake, you're entitled to make 3, 4, or 5 or 6 per game.
I bet Jeff is at least trying to, be knowledgeable though, and at least correct his wrongs.
That is true. He does study the rules.
So I'll take you the coward's way out of this. The coward's way is this team. I've done them wrong every time I've umpired them, so I've asked to umpire less of their games to,
They think you got something against them.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen. I'm just bad.
Do you have a vendetta against this team?
He does hate one team, but just not them. He's scared of the other team. He gives them all the calls because he's scared of them.
That coach is a little bigger, a little badder.
Yeah.
Do they still have the ornament things on Survivor? What do they call them? The
idols?
Yeah, the idols.
Yeah, the ornament.
They did a really dumb thing this season where they used a lot of influencers and celebrities. Mr. Beast was out there.
Yeah, it happens to me every time, or it's happened to me the last like 4 seasons where I've not been watching live, and I always say I'm going to go back and catch up. But last night that got spoiled. But then I get on today, and the trending topic on Twitter tells me who the winner is. I'm like 4 episodes behind. But now I know who the winner is. And then I saw the jury from the live mess up, and I know what order they're in. So, like, no
Why
sense
even watch?
Yeah,
now?
there's no sense of going to watch now. They let that little dork win.
Survivor is so old that I can remember watching it with my parents.
Yeah, well, 50 years, brother. Or not 50 years, 50 seasons, brother.
They were still, before the divorce. I remember watching, and I loved it back then.
You better believe they like Tina Weston.
Was she on the first? Tina, was she one of the first ones?
Yeah.
Can you name some of the names of the first ones?
There was Russell Hansen, I believe.
Because I remember,
he wasn't really first though. He was
second season, wasn't he?
Is this like the evil Russell guy that was just finding every hidden immunity idol? Or was that later?
This is the guy, Russell Hantz. He was the guy who just walked around naked.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How do they keep doing it? Like, how do they keep making it interesting after?
What do you mean?
I mean, because you said it's still a ratings hit.
Yeah.
It's still a juggernaut. How do they keep making it so good after 50 seasons? I mean, that's got to be a challenge.
I think people just like seeing people in psychological games.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a simple thing of just you put people out together and just watch. It's a social experiment.
Is it real?
What do you mean?
Like, is it really? I always wonder about those like survival type.
What do you mean? Is it real?
Like, is it real or is it exaggerated for TV?
It's real.
Like, those shows, like, what's the other, like, Naked and Afraid or whatever?
Yeah.
Where they drop these people out in the middle of nowhere. Like, is that really real?
It's real.
But
I mean, they seem naked to me.
It's real, but to what extent? That's what I wonder. They're not letting people starve.
No, it's a real competition. Now, like, yeah, the first couple of seasons, there was a whole, like, hey, you got to eat rats thing, but they don't really do that anymore.
Yeah.
And, like, you didn't really have to eat rats then, but
that was just TV for that time.
Well, I will say
Fear Factor and
the first couple of seasons, yeah, like, they probably didn't have the amenities. And they used to make them go out there for 40 days. I think it was 39 days. Now they don't make them do that. It's only like 22, 23 days.
How great was Fear Factor?
Well, it came back.
It's back. Johnny Knoxville hosted now.
It's not. There's no way it's the same.
No,
it's not the same.
We'll talk some basketball coming up next. Stick with us.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
This week is a huge week for your Knoxville Smokies.
Don't have your tickets yet? It's not too late. Join us Tuesday as we honor our incredible law enforcement. And Wednesday is all you can eat. The weekend is kicking off with one of our favorites, Margaritaville. Food and drink specials all night long with that island feel and post-game concert and fireworks. Saturday, it's not only a doubleheader, but it's Grateful Dead night and fireworks. We end the week with our day game of the week on Sunday. It's jam-packed, so get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently because it's designed to put you in charge of growing your own savings. It's intuitive, it's easy, and best of all, it's on your terms. No wonder Gainbridge has earned the trust of 40% repeat customers. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today at Gainbridge.io.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. We were combining two different people. So there was Russell, who you're talking about from like season 19 or so. And then there's Richard, who was like from the first season. That's who I was talking about, Richard Hatch. So we were talking about two different survivors. You're talking about Russell Hantz. I'm talking about Richard Hatch. I understand the confusion. They also kind of look alike. But yeah, those are two different guys. Did you watch any basketball last night, Cody? The conference finals in the NBA right now, serving up banger after banger, it feels like.
Yeah, you missed two really good games.
So in the Bahamas, you can do a little gambling.
Right.
And they also have a sports book.
Yeah, I assume you didn't miss the game.
Yeah, well, I did miss Game 7 because they don't have Amazon Prime in the Bahamas. So, like Adam Silver,
do they have a sports book there?
They have a sports book there, yeah. But you've made an enemy out of me, Adam Silver, because I couldn't watch Game 7. The last couple games were on NBC or whatever. I could watch those, but yeah, the Cavs versus Pistons wasn't aired in the Bahamas because we couldn't access the Amazon Prime.
Well, there's a whole situation going on with the NBA and those ratings and the TV. My friend, who's an ad exec at ESPN, is just completely flustered over the NBA right now. Total crazy situation going on with the NBA and ESPN.
So I'd done a little gambling and I was doing good. And then on the last night, I was up about $1,400. So I was like, hey, trip's about to be paid for. The dice table's been kind. Well, I didn't leave up $1,400 because I had a parlay. I had a nice 16-1 parlay, and I had a separate straight bet. On the parlay, the last thing I needed was Donovan Mitchell over 8.5 rebounds and assists. My straight bet, I had Cavs plus 6.5. At the 10.5-minute mark of the fourth quarter, Donovan Mitchell had 5 rebounds and 3 assists. 5 plus 3 equals 8.
Oh, goodness.
At the 8.5-minute mark, the Cavs were up 22 points with a free throw coming.
I'm aware.
They lose the game. They don't cover, and Donovan Mitchell plays the next 15 minutes of basketball with no rebounds and no assists.
You must have been sick.
Well,
to have the Cavs plus points.
Well, it was funny because I told you we were doing some drinking at the bar, and then we went to the dice table. So I wasn't even really watching the game. I was just step back from the table every now and then and check the score. I was like, okay, the Cavs are up 12. Great, boom. Then I look, Donovan Mitchell's got 8 of these. Good, boom. And then I check my phone. It's like a 4-point game. I'm like, oh, goodness. And then I check and it's going to overtime. And I look, I was like, okay, Donovan Mitchell still got 8. I said, okay, so maybe overtime he'll get one of these, and I got lucky. Then I pick up my phone again after a dice table round, and the Knicks are up 9 with about a minute and a half left. And I said, what the hell has happened? So, I don't know if you saw, but ESPN does the game predictions, game, percentage.
Yeah.
The
Cavs, 99% to win.
99.9% chance to win, up 22 with 8 minutes left. Not only win, but again, keep in mind I had 6.5 points. And Donovan Mitchell goes 15 minutes of basketball with no rebounds or assists.
No, he completely just went away. And James Harden was exploited.
Yeah, they just went after James Harden. So I went, and that was roughly a $2,800 swing when I looked at the parlay and the straight bet. And then you combine that with the dice table beat my head in that night. So I went into, at about 6 o'clock in that evening, because I'd bet on the Braves earlier in that day. Shout out to them. They'd beaten the Marlins. I was up maybe, like I said, I said 1,200, but it was probably more like 1,600.
And then I left at the end of that night up $300. So I lost my $1,300 of profit, lost even more, in terms of potential winning. So it was about a $3,000 swing on the very last day. So needless to say, I was ready to get home last night. It kind of ruined the trip. Nah, that's not true. It didn't ruin the trip. It was still a great trip, but it would have been a lot cooler coming home with like $3,000 extra.
Well, just the way it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, just if you could have just hit the damn straight bet.
Yeah.
Like if you don't get the parlay, whatever.
Yeah, the straight bet would have been fun.
But the damn straight bet, I mean, to have a 22-point lead and lose that is crazy.
Again, not only lose it, but not cover 6.5 points.
44-11 over the last.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous choke job for Cleveland.
Yeah, it was.
But, hey, Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, I mean, what could you expect?
I would have expected Donovan Mitchell to at least go down there and grab a damn rebound or something.
Yeah.
But I guess it's hard to get rebounds when the Knicks ain't missing shots for about 8 minutes straight, 15 minutes straight.
Jalen Brunson, man, he took over. I asked last week, is Jalen Brunson a star? He certainly looked like a star. He had everything.
Maybe this is what the NBA needs in terms of the Knicks. Maybe their most star, franchise in the biggest city in the world. Maybe they need them to go head-to-head with the Oklahoma City Thunder and have their fans just revolt and be mad at the Thunder's foul baiting and flopping and SGA falling down. Maybe that's what we need to have this all come to a head. Last night was pretty frustrating. When the road team, the Spurs, wins game 1, they're really fighting uphill in game 2. And it felt like last night in particular, the officiating was just like, hey, we're not calling any fouls. Do whatever you want to Wemby. It'll be fine.
Yeah, Hartenstein was just hooking his damn elbow, hooking his arm.
Well, it was funny. At one point in the fourth quarter, they tried to show Hartenstein's highlights. And it's like, oh, here's a foul.
He's all over him.
Oh, wait, here's him getting blocked. But they called it a foul and gave Hartenstein free throws as he's screaming to the crowd, let's bleep and go. Clearly just a regular block. Oh, there's him fouling Wemby again. Okay, here's one of those dumbass push shots where he just barely throws it at the rim. Okay, that one's okay. Oh, there's another foul. Oh, there's another foul.
Pitiful.
Meanwhile, like they're showing, there's plenty of clips of the Spurs being on the wrong end of the whistle where the Thunder are surviving and thriving there. So that was pretty frustrating.
It's rigged.
As someone who had the Spurs plus 7.5 last night and watched Caruso lay that ball in with about 15 seconds left, when the Spurs weren't going to foul, the Spurs were just like, just take it, whatever, dribble it out. 7-point game was going to cover. Boom, there's a layup there.
Just another gut punch.
Just another gut punch, yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a free play bet, though, so that one didn't hurt as bad. But, yeah, I was like, you know what? I don't know about this series. I don't know about this officiating. But also, like, game 1 was such a classic with so many minutes played. I wonder if you saw the results of that last night, because one of the more young, exciting players, and I thought it was a big loss when it happened. The Spurs didn't quite look the same. Dylan Harper goes down, early in the third quarter. He goes down, grabbing his hamstring. He's not able to come back. Jalen Williams, the Thunder's second best player, he goes out early with a hamstring. So now the series is going to be mired a little bit with injury, as those are both very important players.
And then A.J. Mitchell, too.
Yeah, A.J. Mitchell at the end of the game. Yep, him as well.
I don't know what his status is, but.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like Harper was trying to come back in the game, but this training staff was like, nope, we're not risking it. Go, get out. We're going to wait.
That game 1, I mean, we didn't get a chance to talk. I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but you weren't here, and you're the NBA guy. But that was a hell of a basketball game.
Yeah.
That damn Wemby, 41 and 24.
With Steph Curry bang shot from deep.
Yeah, damn 98-foot three-pointer. It wasn't 98 feet, but it was a lot. It was 38, right?
Yeah, a little disappointing last night. He didn't really get going until the third quarter. Now, he did have an awesome third quarter where he just was taking over the game for a little bit, hitting threes, blocking shots, dunking his own rebound misses. Like he was taking over. But, it's kind of funny to say you get to the end of the game, you're like, only 21 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 assists and 4 blocks. Like, didn't quite have it last night, huh?
Well, I mean, when you're getting absolutely just assaulted at the rim You know, it's I needed him to have 4 more points.
Yeah.
That's what I needed last night, and he didn't get it.
Yeah. He probably should have shot. You know, he only shot 2 free throws last night. Like, he probably should have shot like 10. And then you would have gotten your 4 points.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like the whistle last night. I didn't like that damn Hartenstein.
But you know you're fighting uphill. Like I said, when you steal game 1, they're pretty much never going to not give the home team the benefit of the whistle in that game. But it was pretty egregious last night. But now, like the Spurs, you know, I'd have to say if I was a Spurs fan, I'd feel like we maybe wasted an opportunity because if Dylan Harper can't go, that's a big loss for them. He's been awesome. Meanwhile, their other guard, Stephon Castle, 19 turnovers in 2 games. He had 10 in game 1. He had 9 last night, including a big one when the game was still kind of in the balance. The Spurs were only down 5 with the ball with about a minute left, and he throws the ball away.
Well, he was hitting some shots.
No, he was. But yeah, turning the ball over. He had 8 assists, but 9 turnovers. Like I said, 10 in game 1. So that's a problem. Their other starting guard, De'Aaron Fox, dealing with some injuries. So, like, they need De'Aaron Fox to come back, especially if Dylan Harper is going to be limited, and it does look like he's going to be limited.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch these conference finals, both Western and Eastern. Maybe not as much Eastern.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like the Knicks are just probably going to cruise.
Yeah, we'll see what happens tonight. But I expect the Cavs kind of missed their chance there.
Much more interested in the West.
I feel like the Cavs probably, maybe not sweat, but I feel like if you blow game 1 in that fashion, you're probably going to lose in 5. It's kind of how I feel right now.
Yeah. Well, Jalen Brunson, I mean, he's just he took over that game, and it was impressive to watch. Apparently, he's been playing off the ball more, and because that Hawks, the situation against the Hawks, they lost those games, and they had to change it up after that.
Which I do maintain. You know, I feel pretty good about winning 2 games from this Knicks team. That's those are the only 2 losses they've had in the playoffs.
That pitiful Hawks team wouldn't have even sniffed the playoffs if they were in the West. That team was not good.
Rob Parker said that.
I don't know who said it.
Somebody actually said that,
I'm
though?
just doing my Rob Parker. Yeah, they said the Hawks wouldn't have sniffed the playoffs if they were in the West.
Whoever said that is a moron.
Oh, well, it wasn't Rob. I don't remember who I heard.
Whoever said it was a moron. The Hawks were very good against the Western Conference this year, just for the record.
Just for the record. No, it wasn't Rob. Sorry.
Just for the record, tell whoever it was that the Hawks were 19-11 against the West this year.
Who was it? It was one of those Fox Sports national
19-11, Cody, which puts you on like a 50-win pace, okay? So tell whoever it was to shut the hell up. Wouldn't have made the playoffs. Oh, yeah. How could we have been as good as the Portland Trailblazers or the Phoenix Suns? Oh, yeah, God, who could have ever had hoped we'd been that good?
Well, it was some national guy.
Well, tell him whoever it is he's an idiot. Because, again, we were 19-11 against the Western Conference. Moron. Idiot. Stupid idiot.
Just want to clarify, it wasn't my boy Rob Parker.
Yeah, he wouldn't say that. He knows what he's talking about.
It wasn't him.
A little surprised, though, that, I guess I want to see the injury status of Dylan Harper, but Spurs plus 138 to win the conference kind of feels like the Spurs are better than the Thunder, at least in the matchup.
If they could get a fair damn whistle.
Yeah. I think I would take the Spurs at plus money to win this series. Hour 2 in the books. Hour 3 headlines coming at you.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Overrated, underrated, a Wednesday. Fan Run Radio, Talk Sports, said not in my house, I ain't talking to Kimbe. Johnny Cody out here asking where the ops at. Tennessee Volunteers here for combat. It's the Cherokee Ghost, Sean Reed and Cody doing everything we can to bring Rocky Top back. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Never leave a witness, never leave loose ends. Nico ain't nothing but a nuisance. 2026, we making new friends.
Talk Sports.
Hour number
Talk
3
Sports.
kicking off here in the White Claw
Talk
Hard
Sports.
Seltzer Studios. It is Thursday night, which means it's sports trivia night over at Barley's. Round up your crew. Go play some sports trivia. Plan on us being out there next week as regionals, get ready for baseball regional action. Maybe a little watch party out there, depending. I hope we're a Thursday through Saturday regional. That'd be nice, but we'll see. Let's hit some headlines. What you got, Cody McClaw?
Thank you, John. Looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger upset them damn squawking hens on The View when they were asking him about condemning ICE. He said, "I'm an immigrant, but you have to do things legally. You are a guest in America. You must give back." They were not up. Joy Behar was. I hate those the damn View.
I pretty much never see anything good from them, to be honest.
I mean, it's her and Whoopi Goldberg sitting up there on their damn. They're worth $1 billion. Sitting up there talking about the damn.
Whoopi Goldberg's worth $500 million.
I mean, I don't know how much they're worth, but just the condescending nature of the whole.
What's the last movie Whoopi Goldberg has been in?
I don't know, but she's worth.
I'm not saying she's not worth a bunch of money. I'm just wondering, like, because I mean, she was obviously in a bunch of movies in the '90s, but like, at what point did she just decide to quit acting?
I don't know. I guess when she got the role on The View, she could probably just sit around and make truckloads of money.
Let's see.
Without having to do anything.
Let's see. I'm trying to see when her last movie is. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any actual. I guess she still does some. It says she played somebody named Andrea and Atrabilius. I don't know.
Yeah. Brett Bielema tells Pete Nakos.
She was just a big deal in the '90s.
Yeah, she was in the '90s. I remember Whoopi being a part of my childhood in the '90s.
You ever watch Sister Act?
I don't know if I did or not, but I remember seeing her face everywhere.
Bubba, you ever seen Sister Act?
She had something with McDonald's. She had some.
What about Sister
marketing
Act?
Thing.
What about Sister Act 2?
She had some marketing thing with Mickey D's. I know.
I loved her as Buckwheat's mom
in
The Little Rascals.
That's where I knew her. I definitely knew her there.
I loved it. It's like, hey, that's my mom. And the other kid goes, Whoopee. Get it?
Yeah.
What about Eddie? You ever seen Eddie? I don't know if that was a good sports movie or not, but she's the coach of the New York Knicks in the movie Eddie. Basically, she criticizes the owner so much, the owner's like, fine, you think you could do better, you coach the team. So then she does.
Maybe I do remember that. I don't know. These are vague memories for me.
Okay.
Illinois' Brett Bielema tells Pete Nakos, the more teams in the college football playoff, the better. Personally, I would love to see as many teams included as humanly possible.
No.
It can't go to 64. I'm not talking about that, but I think somebody floated 32 last year. So Bielema says, to hell with 24. Let's get even more.
I do like that I do like that it's now just the Big Ten and SEC, and really the Big Ten just trolling the SEC.
Yeah.
The Big Ten's like, we're going to troll, and we're going to let you know that it's coming. This expanded playoff. Stop trying to fight it. You're going to look like suckers whenever we move it. It's coming. Just get ready.
I tell you what else is coming, and that's the Super Bowl to Nashville.
How about that?
Did you see where fans packed Lower Broadway for fireworks, drones, and live music for the official announcement?
You're my money guy, so I need to ask you.
The rain couldn't stop them.
Do you think the Titans have given me an option as a season ticket holder to basically put a deposit down on tickets to get guaranteed tickets for the Super Bowl?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Titans, because you're a season ticket holder?
Yeah.
So the Titans are allowing you to have.
Yeah. But you got to pay them. How much money do you think it's worth to guarantee a spot in the Super Bowl? And this is
okay. You're going to say this is an extra money.
This is a deposit that they're then saying that it then counts towards the actual purchase of the tickets. So it's a down payment essentially.
So you still have to purchase the Super Bowl tickets.
Yes, but the money you put down will count towards it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So like basically you're buying a $500,000 house. You put $100,000 down. That still, counts. I guess that wouldn't be the exact same because it would be more like the escrow payment. But
is your price when it comes to buying Super Bowl tickets, it'll be directly through the Titans?
Yeah.
So you cut out any secondary market.
Correct.
Like it's okay.
Correct.
All right. I got like a number in my head.
Okay. What do you got?
Like $2,500.
Do you think that's worth it?
Probably. When you end up looking at what secondary market tickets will be. What's the number?
3,500.
Okay. Pretty close. 3,500. But that counts towards so how much more would you pay?
That I don't know.
Because
like here's what the website says. All right, the smartest way to plan for the Super Bowl. Demand for the Super Bowl builds fast. Options go blah, blah. Okay, so this is called priority access. It puts you ahead of the public so you can plan with confidence, not pressure. Get front of the line access to official packages, access the best seats and experience first. lock in early bird pricing.
I mean, if the
blah,
Cavs had just hung on to that lead, you know. Well, the way you got to look at it, though, is it might be your only opportunity, your best opportunity if you want to see a Super Bowl.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not, because Jim Nantz, you know, he was speaking on behalf of Nashville. He said this is the first of many. Like, basically, the Titans are going to host multiple Super Bowls. So it might not be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It might be a once every 7 years thing.
Yeah, but how long are you going to live? You know, that's another thing you got to think about.
Yeah, but the second one's never bigger than the first one. You know what I mean? It's like the demand, it'll be a little bit cheaper to go the second one, I would think.
But you could say you were at the first one.
And, you know, there's not a 0% chance that the Titans are peaking right at the right time to play in this Super Bowl. There's a chance.
I mean, better chance for sure in 2030 than there would have been
in 2028
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you want to go to a Super Bowl, like if that's something you care about doing in your lifetime, that this would probably be the move.
Well, it keeps saying like these packages. So like I don't want to put $3,500 down as a deposit and then like I have to buy like a VIP thing for like $15,000. You know what I mean? That would be stupid.
I wonder.
But the deposit's also refundable, by the way. So I could put it and then just like, you know what? Cancel it. Give me my $3,500 or $7,000 because you'd most likely need to buy two. So I mean, give me my $7,000 back. That seems crazy to me.
Yeah,
put $7,000 down on something for 4 years from now.
Well, and it's a risk too because you just don't know what the teams are going to be and like.
No, but I would imagine that you could sell you could buy the ticket and sell it at least for face value and get your money back.
Yeah,
I would imagine. But hell, the way the economy is headed, who knows? I don't think I'm going to do it, but I was just curious what you thought.
I wonder if going to the Super Bowl is overrated.
I think going to the Super Bowl would be very overrated.
Like the people who have gone and done it, was it worth the money? Or did you like if your team's in it, that's one thing. See, here's what you should do, probably. Just wait until the Titans make one.
And then just overpay for it.
And go to that one.
Yeah.
Because you're going to enjoy that experience a lot more than you would going to watch the damn Colts versus the Bears or whoever. You know what I mean?
This is just a moment where maybe you could make some money on it. Like there's a chance that the Super Bowl tickets are worth, you know, more than you pay for them. That other fan bases would overpay for them.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the Cowboys and the Steelers,
right,
or the
could be Patrick Mahomes' his last one,
Packers and
maybe Josh Allen finally breaks through.
Yeah, Chiefs and maybe the Giants get good.
Yeah,
I mean, who knows? Yeah, I mean, it's a risk, but
I don't think it's what I'm going to take. But some of my friends are like, it's a no-brainer. You got to do it. I'm like, I don't know.
I think it'd be cool to get in on it and be in that.
Just feels dumb.
It'd give you something to look forward to.
For me to put $7,000 down.
Yeah, I mean, Dave Ramsey would probably advise against it.
Yeah, it feels dumb to do that.
I only know one person who's been to a Super Bowl. My buddy Mo from back home. He's a big Chiefs fan. And he's actually, I think, been to multiple.
I just don't think I'd want to go to it, even if it was the Titans, yeah, probably. But
you know, when I was in high school,
I don't even know if I'd want to go to a Titans Super Bowl. Honestly, I'd be too nervous.
When I was a varsity athlete,
I'd want to go to that.
Back when I was playing ball, varsity athlete, our defensive coordinator, our assistant coach, made a deal with us that if we had won a state championship, he was going to take us to the Super Bowl.
Huh?
And he was completely serious about it.
He just knew you guys weren't going to win.
I don't know. Because
he's like the dad in Angels in the Outfield that says he'll come back when the Angels win the pennant. He doesn't think he's going to have to worry about that until Big God got involved.
But like back,
he knew you guys weren't going to beat that one team.
Or maybe it was Mo's dad. Somebody was going to take us to the Super Bowl. I don't remember it exactly, but I remember it being like a goal of ours. Like somebody was going to take us to the Super Bowl. And it was like a real deal. And we believed him, like it was an honest deal. But we didn't make it. So a man in Tennessee who was arrested and jailed for 37 days after refusing to take down memes about Charlie Kirk's death has won an $835,000 settlement. A man in Tennessee.
How about that? He says, hey, it was my damn First Amendment.
Yep, and he has won money because of that. Ramon Foster officially leaving the Vol Network. We didn't get your thoughts on this. Ramon Foster is the new Titans radio man, the color analyst.
Is it surprising to you that he would choose to leave the Vol Network to go do the Titans radio? Because, I mean, like, Mike Keefe did the opposite, right? Mike Keefe left the Titans to come do the Tennessee games. I think the NFL is a bigger deal. But in the state of Tennessee, I don't know. Mike Keefe said it wasn't. Mike Keefe said, hey, I'm going to go do that. Now, Mike Keefe also had more responsibility, so it's not exactly an apples to apples comparison, right? Because Mike Keefe also does basketball. He gets to do the kind of spearhead Tennessee's YouTube initiative and creating content. So it's different.
Well, and plus Mike Keefe had already done it for 25 years.
Right. And Mike Keefe also probably, was content with moving to Knoxville and like living here, whereas Ramon Foster lives in Nashville and was having to, has to travel over here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it makes more sense probably for Ramon. It was highly criticized though among Titans fans. People didn't seem to like it. Sam didn't like it. So he's a Steeler, right? So
I've seen some of that conversation. I don't listen to the radio enough to have a strong opinion. Like, just a matter of the fact, and maybe it's dangerous to admit, but like, if I'm not at home watching the game, I'll pull it up on a stream somewhere if I'm driving. At least have it at the very least. I'll have the TV broadcast coming through the radio versus the Titans call. Typically, if we have to go somewhere, the old lady will have to drive, and I'll sit over there and watch my phone. So I'm not really listening to the radio ever anymore when it comes to games because you can access them, on TV.
Right.
So I don't really know. I don't really have a strong opinion. I do think it's interesting. Ramon Foster's like, hey, I'd rather do the Titans than do the Vol Network, but maybe he just didn't want to travel. He's like, hey, I live in Nashville. This is better for my career here. I'm an NFL guy.
Perhaps. Well, a key member of the dominant Georgia defense from 2022, Nolan Smith, you remember that name? He plays for the Eagles now.
Sure.
Former Georgia Bulldog, has been arrested after doing this. What could it possibly have been? When I tell you Georgia Bulldog arrested, what do you think?
He was driving fast, wasn't he?
He was clocked at 135 miles per hour in a 70-mile-per-hour zone.
Well, at least it was a 70-mile-per-hour zone, and he wasn't doing like 130 in a 45. What is it with them? Is it a meme? Like
at this point, it's.
Are they trolling?
At this point, I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. Like, it's one thing for, the joke started after it was like 5 of them.
Yeah, no, I mean,
now it has literally happened like 50 times.
The joke's been around since like 2021.
Like, I think more Georgia players have been arrested for driving situations than have not at this point.
And like,
it's crazy.
Not to be too dramatic, but like, they had a death.
Are they targeting them? Is there like a
look? You can't say you're being targeted when you're doing 135. Like,
well, that's the thing.
Yeah, if you want to say on campus, like, hey, there's a place where people rev their engine and go a little bit fast to show off their cars, and like the cops are sitting there waiting on Georgia players to do it, that's fine. But like 135, that's ridiculous.
Is there an underground Autobahn that we don't know about?
There is a loop in Georgia, I'm pretty sure. My buddy was really into cars, and he said there was a place where people would go and drive fast. But, like, I don't think that's what's been happening in all these situations. Maybe that's where Nolan Smith was. I don't know. But, again, not to be too dramatic, but they had a death that kind of shook up that program a couple years ago. But, like, it hasn't slowed anybody down. No one really cares.
Well, speaking of driving deaths, it is a perfect transition to tell you that Henry Ruggs III has appealed to Nevada about being paroled. So he's eligible for release in August of this year.
How do you feel about it?
I imagine he got, he's done some time, but I imagine he got a better deal than most would have gotten in that situation. Being, a guy with money, NFL prospect and whatnot. But he served some time. I mean, I don't know. You'd have to ask that family of the woman that died how they feel about it. I imagine not great. But
or maybe they've forgiven. I mean, sometimes when those things happen, the family shows a lot of forgiveness and doesn't want to hold any any type of resentment.
Yeah. Coach Johnny Majors getting a bridge named after him in South Knoxville.
Oh, yeah?
It'll be the Coach John Majors Memorial Bridge.
Nice.
Let's see which one it is. See where this bridge is at. It is TDOT approved the signs for the bridge, Topside Road over Alcoa Highway.
Topside Road over Alcoa Highway.
Now going to be
they
known.
just redid that area to make it like a longer exit ramp, easier off and on and all that.
They're naming the bridge after Coach Majors. So.
Okay.
So how about that? Yeah, and that's about it. Annie Agar responds to people critiquing her body. Have you seen this story?
Yeah, what do you make of it?
She says she did not take Ozempic. I thought she just looked like she'd been out in the sun too long. She looked like one of those lizard women.
There's some side-by-side pictures of how she used to look versus how she looks now.
Well, she has lost weight.
She's lost a lot of weight.
She has lost weight in a short amount of time, but she said it's because she cut out sugar and began incline walking.
Which a lot of people point out when you do incline walking, you build muscle. You don't waste away. Like incline walking is a popular thing for people to like really firm up their legs and butts and all those things.
I think it's maybe just when you combine the weight loss with how overly tan she looked, she just kind of looked weird. But I don't know. Is it our place to talk about Annie Agar's body?
It's
that's
not.
what she's asking.
She's not famous enough for people to really be doing this.
She's saying she wishes people would just, mind your own damn business. Basically.
Now, I saw a conversation surrounding Mindy Kaling. Do you know Mindy Kaling?
Yeah, the Indian girl from The Office.
Yeah, like there's been a lot of conversation about her around the same time because she's posted her new body, and she's also claiming that she didn't do Ozempic, that she just did food moderation. And she's literally half the size. But people are calling her a sellout because basically she was whole like body positivity girl, kind of like Lizzo was for so long. Because they might sound gross, but like
no shelf back there.
Well, it might sound gross, but it's like they couldn't lose the weight until Ozempic came around that made it easy for rich people to lose the weight. And now all of a sudden, body positivity went out the window.
Yeah, it's funny how that all went out the door once everybody could lose weight with a shot from a needle.
Yeah.
Turns out we don't like being fat, huh?
Yeah, it does all kind of feel gross. We're still so mean, though, as a society.
Yeah, people on the internet are.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's important to think, it's not real life. People aren't mean in real life. But at a certain point, we have to quit saying that because social media is kind of real life in the sense that, like, we're also on social media. That, like, if you're just a real jackass on social media at all times, I don't think it's fair to be like, oh, he's not a jackass in real life. Because if he spends half of his life online being a jackass, he's just a jackass as far as I'm concerned.
No, yeah, that person is 100% a jackass, but he wouldn't walk up to Annie Agar and say, ugh.
No, but he'd be thinking it in his head.
Yeah.
He's just scared to be that way in public.
I don't know why people got to be mean online.
I thought we had gotten past it as a society whenever everybody was so mean to Chadwick Boseman. And then it's like, oh, wait, he's got cancer and he's dead. And like everyone's like, oh, man, look at all these terrible things we said about him being too skinny and looking unhealthy. Turns out he was unhealthy and was dying, but was still out here trying to work and still out here trying to do all these things. And wow, look at all these terrible things people said about him. Maybe we should be nicer to people.
Yeah, I don't understand being mean to people online. I don't know why people do that.
And just commenting on people. Like that was one of the toughest things when my dad was dying, when he had cancer. It was like going out and just so many people coming back. David, you've lost a bunch of weight. What are you doing? And like he always just kind of had to kind of laugh it off versus being like, I got bad cancer and I'm dying. Like so many people just came up and made comments about it, like just his weight. And like,
yeah,
to me, it was obvious that something was going on because, I mean, he had lost, 60, 70 pounds. But then you'd have just people just making comments on it and just coming up and saying stuff. And like, if Annie Agar is on Ozempic, if Mindy Kaling is on Ozempic, who cares? Like, it's not anybody's business, really.
Yeah, I don't really care.
I know I'd make fun of your weight sometimes, but it's a joke.
Almost daily.
It's a joke, and I only do it because you do it yourself.
And we're trying to do an entertaining radio
Right.
show here. I mean, I say some things from time to time
Right.
that are rude, but
Yeah.
it's not mean from a place of hate.
Sure,
You
but
know?
like if you never talked about your weight, I would not talk about your weight. Like if you did not like pretty much make it fair game,
I wouldn't have even known that I was overweight until you said something.
That's not true.
I wouldn't have even known that I had.
Again, you do it way more often.
I
So
look
like
in the mirror and see a beautiful person.
If you had never made jokes about it, I would not feel to have the green light to poke fun for comedic value on our entertaining radio show.
Sure.
I don't talk about Bubba. I never say anything bad about Bubba because it ain't my part to go pick apart somebody. If Bubba makes fun of something himself, then that's fair game. But like, I don't make fun of Bubba and all his damn cats. I don't say nothing about that.
Old Bubba, the no rule knowing umpire over there.
Yeah,
damn.
We make fun of his umpiring because he talks about it. Like he's made it a bit.
I'm waiting for one of these cats to pass, man. I'm tired of him. He's old and mangy, just constantly meowing all the time.
Simply open the door.
I love my dog. Frank's my buddy, but there have been some times where I'm like, man, I don't know if I'd have signed up for this in 2009 if I knew it was still going to be going on in 2026. This was a way bigger commitment than I thought it was at the time. Now, that's my dog in more ways than one. That's my best buddy. I love him. I don't ever want him to go away. But I'm just saying, I was like, man, 17 years. I did not know that was coming down the pike.
That is a commitment.
Leave Annie alone. Leave Mindy Kaling alone.
Take a load off Annie.
Yeah, who cares?
How about that second reference from the band today?
Send us to break, Bubba. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Welcome to Axel Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axel is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axel Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axellogistics.com.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Story today about Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook laying off, like, what was it, like 8,000 people, something crazy like that?
Is that good or bad? I mean, obviously bad that people would lose their jobs, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody losing their jobs ever good.
Sometimes it is.
I mean, yeah, if you told me like all the, hey, all the
plants moving to Mexico, collect that unemployment for a while.
If it stops the data center from happening.
Yeah, I don't want the data center people to.
I'm surprised we don't have more of those, if we're being honest. Like, with how much just cloud storage and everything, like, this place is going somewhere.
I'd probably want to lose my job if I was one of those NASA scientists working on the UFO research.
Also, have we had an update on any more scientists disappearing?
I don't know. I don't know
I
if
feel like we hit a plateau here recently.
Yeah, I feel like we had about 20 deaths, and then it's kind of gone out of the news for a couple weeks.
But it's been very frustrating as someone who needs to contact Meta. I don't understand how Facebook and Instagram, Meta, is the biggest company in America, or at least one of, and how they get by with just having absolutely pretty much no customer support. Our Instagram was hacked, and I can't get it back.
Yeah,
and for the last week, they're like, hey, we're working on your issue, blah, blah, blah. And then I try to get an update today, and it's like, oh, actually, we've had a technical issue. You need to open a new ticket because we can't do this, this, this. So I was like, you're just never going to tell me? It's just going to keep sitting here in perpetuity telling me that, like, we're working on it?
They don't give a damn.
They don't.
They get 1 million of those requests a day.
I know, but we pay.
And you're lucky if you're even talking to somebody in Bangladesh, you're probably still talking to a bot.
But we subscribe to something that's supposed to make it easy. And, like, I don't understand how they're just not, like, very easily to say, like, oh, yes, here are people from the IP address that's ran this Instagram account for 2 years. Oh, wow, it's the same people. It's the same business. Oh, they have the phone number and email that has been running this account. Oh, wait, 2 weeks ago, somebody changed all that and created all these problems. I wonder which person I should trust in this matter.
We understand your concern.
Oh, they drive me crazy when they keep saying that.
We know it's frustrating when you are facing this situation, and please know that we are doing everything we can to help you. We understand your frustration and concern. They're just reading a script.
It drives me crazy. Well, one time I just kept typing, are you a real person or are you a bot?
American. Give me an American.
I wasn't going that far. I was just saying, are you a person?
I want an American.
Are you real?
I did that one time. I was on the phone with, and I got to an American eventually, some lady named Linda in Dallas.
How'd that make you feel?
Much better.
Yeah.
Much better.
Did she help you?
Yeah, she did.
Well, I just want to be like, hey.
I can't understand you.
And here's somebody named Fritz. Let's see if Fritz can do anything.
Fritz, he's on the Fritz.
Hello, Fritz.
Have a little tantrum.
I was told that our last ticket had a technical issue.
Fritz has ended the chat.
And that technical issue. And that I needed to open up a new ticket. We are 100 days away from college football. Does that do anything for you?
No.
No? Bubba, 100 days away from college football?
Yeah, that fires me up, man.
That makes me – I don't like knowing the number.
Ain't no stalemate happening. We're getting right up and ready for this.
I do like to know whenever we're within 100. Now, I don't want to do a countdown every day.
I don't like knowing – because 100 seems like a lot of days to me.
Well, it seems once we get to double digits, it seems less than triple digits.
But I'd rather you just check in and tell me when it's at like 62.
Okay.
Then I'd be a little more footballed up.
All right. Well, I won't tell you anymore.
But you got to go from 100 to get to 62.
But we did get some football yesterday, some football talk. We had Mike on the show and Jordan. So we got.
What was Mike up to?
Weight-wise, or what do you mean?
No, he's lost weight. He's down weight, or at least he told me he was. I don't know if he's.
I don't know if
headed
he's
back up.
I don't know if he's gained or lost. I don't
Yeah.
know. That's just what I always say,
right?
Because I had a football coach one time.
He was giving his predictions for who's going to finish kind of in the upper tier versus the lower tier.
Do you have Tennessee as upper tier or lower tier?
That middle tier. He says they may shock some people, and he had Alabama in the lower tier.
They may shock some people, but still finish in the mid tier.
Well, not like upper, because it's like
what's the mid tier? 6 to 10.
Bubba, let me explain this. He had us in the second tier. He had Georgia in the 1 tier all alone. Georgia by far the best team in the league.
Okay,
and then he had us with Texas, Ole Miss, A&M, couple other teams.
Okay,
as being second tier teams that could. He said he wouldn't be surprised if any of those teams ended up being the number 2 team.
Shouted out my guy, Deshaun Bishop.
Big.
Bad. Deshaun Bishop.
They do it like that?
No.
And, yeah, like Bubba said, he didn't have Alabama in his second tier. He said he believes Alabama is inferior at this point. Wouldn't be shocked if they went 7-5. Whew, could you imagine those Gumps?
Do we still get excited about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
After what they did to us for 15 damn years, yes.
Okay.
I want to see their downfall.
7-5 would only get me excited about Alabama if we were one of the 5. Like if we go 7-5 or 8-4, like Alabama going 7-5 doesn't make me feel much better.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm with you there. Like, we need to be better than them if we're going to make fun of their downfall.
Yeah. Like them getting their heads beat in by Indiana didn't do anything for me last year because of where we were at.
Right. I feel that 100%. But it does feel to me like they're on the decline as a program. Where at least our status, I believe, is still in limbo. I am subscribing more and more to this optimistic viewpoint because I said it a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about Tennessee and the glass half full approach.
Sure.
And Mike kind of echoed yesterday what I was thinking, when we talked about that, of how Tennessee's roster may be pretty good. Like when you just look at the roster, forget about the quarterback.
Yeah, it's always just funny to me when you say that, though.
Best offensive line in the conference.
Forget about the quarterback.
Well, I'm just saying, if you take the quarterback out of the equation, and then what I'm chalking that up to is Josh Heupel will get the most out of who the quarterback is. Like, if you believe that Josh Heupel gets the most out of his quarterbacks, then I do see room for optimism for this season.
What do we make of the Athlon comments where the unnamed coach was basically saying, the offense hasn't really been flying high since Hendon Hooker left?
Well,
I saw people saying it finished top 7, but to me that I don't want to say gave me validation, but I was like, you know what? I do think it did kind of echo my sentiment that the offense, despite being ranked number 7th last year, didn't really.
I think it's just a lack of explosive plays. With Hendon Hooker, we're seeing, Hyatt go all the way downfield for those, 20 plus 5 or 25 plus, yard bombs. And now it's more of like the typical little inside passes and, on the sidelines and stuff like that.
That's what we kept talking about all of 2023 and 24 was the lack of explosive plays in the offense. Where is our explosivity? It has dissipated.
Well, it's the playmakers because once they catch the ball, that's what happens after.
But we got that back last year for a little while, and then you found that Joey had a tumor, and he started turning the ball over, and it kind of fizzled out. But you had that explosive. You remember that Georgia game, how explosive we were in the first half? That was fun, or first quarter, I guess. That was a lot of fun. I was in Neyland that day, sweating my ass off. I said, "Oh boy, we're running up and down the field on them. This Joey Aguilar, this is like 2022 again." Then they came back and won, but fun for a little bit.
The idea of the quarterback play is interesting to me because I do agree with what most people say, that the quarterback's going to have stats no matter what, like top end stats. Like when you see the SEC rankings and it had Faison Brandon at 16th, like I don't think there's any chance in hell that Tennessee has a quarterback that's the worst in the conference.
No, that's Jeremy Pruitt-like behavior. Heupel's quarterbacks are just going to be better than that statistically. But you're right that it matters more than the stats. It matters more than the numbers. It's how does the guy play? Is he running the offense efficiently?
Right.
And that's deeper than just putting up, because you know how it is. I mean, you can put up garbage time yards. I mean, if you're down 14, you're going to be throwing the ball more, obviously. So it's not all about the stats.
But like Faison Brandon's not going to be the worst. Like, I think I'm probably a little bit lower on where Joey Aguilar was last year compared to most people. But like he wasn't a bottom 3 or 4 quarterback. He wasn't even a bottom half quarterback. You know what I mean? Like I don't quite buy in to him being at the top, whereas passing yards numbers and all that was. I probably, without having a full list ahead of me, would rank him like anywhere from like 5th to 7th. 4th to 8th. I mean, somewhere around there, give or take.
Important to note, he did have a tumor developing in his arm.
Yeah, and I'd like to know at what point that really started affecting him, and if it actually did affect him.
Yeah.
Before I was too harsh on judgment. But like, even with his limitations, I still think he was at the very least right at the number 8 mark, which is a top half quarterback.
Well, what is it we kept saying at this time last year? You remember our conversation? Because I do. We kept saying, quarterback, question mark. But, hey, if we can just get freshman year Nico production, like that's kind of how I feel again. If we can just get freshman year Nico, is that too much to ask for from Faison Brandon or George, I guess, but it's looking more and more like going to probably be Faison Brandon.
Right.
Is that too much to ask from a true freshman over to get what you got out of Nico in 24?
Well, what are you looking to get? Like, because with the Faison, with his size and stature, and will they take more of an option approach where they want him possibly running the ball a little bit more than we previously saw with Aguilar, since he's more up to speed and that kind of stuff? Do they want him to kind of sit back and hand it off more since he's young?
Any of the quarterbacks, even George McIntyre, Bub, I would say should run more than what Joey Aguilar did. Like George was supposed to have some of that sneaky athleticism, right? Like Joey didn't run very often. You're right about the idea of a young quarterback, right? You don't want to, have them take too many hits, but I think Tennessee can't play scared with any quarterback. I think if you got to go out there.
Texas did with Arch. I feel like they bring him in just to have him just run it.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, they're bringing him in freshman year just to run the ball. Yeah, right. But like, I think anybody that plays quarterback in the SEC just has to have the ability to play quarterback. Like, I think the more limitations you try to put on a guy, the more like safeguards you try to put of like, hey, now don't run now. I think that just does a disservice to that quarterback. When you go out there, just play football, man. Let's go out there and play football. Like, I would I'd be curious to know if the coaches gave Nico that type of direction, because I feel like Nico, whenever he started running, maybe not more, but just without thinking so much, I feel like he kind of took off a little bit. Like I think back to the Alabama game. I know he got kind of banged up in that game, but like I did feel like once he started moving around and doing things, it did kind of make him a better quarterback. Whereas early in the year, and I could be misremembering, early in the year it felt like, hey, there'd be a couple of like designed quarterback runs. I think about the long one he had against North Carolina State, but I wonder how much actual scrambling he was doing, like against Oklahoma or whatever. I don't think he was really leaving the pocket too much. Now maybe that's just because the offensive line couldn't block, and Oklahoma and Arkansas just folded that side of the was folding the edges of the offensive line and just collapsing the pocket, so there weren't lanes to get out and run.
Well, the best hope for this team should be its offensive line. I mean, you are in a really good position there, I think, bringing back all those guys from last year to where you may have the best O-line in the SEC.
Everybody except Hurd. Hurd's gone, but you still are bringing in a very, you're still bringing back a very experienced offensive line, and people are excited for the idea of the Ori Williams guy from LSU taking that spot. But
yeah, you just plug him in there.
Yeah.
He's a veteran, experienced guy, so. That gives me hope. If Tennessee's offensive line is as good as it should be, then that makes the whole offense run smoother.
Back in the day, 10 years ago or so, you could win just with really good rosters and average quarterback play. Now that it's more like the NFL and there's more parity and less completely stacked rosters, I wonder if that's the case. I do feel like the quarterback position in college football is more important now in 2026 than it was in 2016. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, because if you look at the best teams back then, well, I don't know. It depends on if you're talking about the very top of the sport or if you're talking about just being competitive in that 10-win range. Because you think back to that time, who were the best quarterbacks? Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Lamar. Those guys were special players on those teams, but the best teams, Clemson kind of had both. They had the quarterback and the team, but Alabama they didn't really have a quarterback.
I think if you took that Louisville team and dropped them into 2026, they would fare better, is kind of my point.
Well, they would probably have better players around.
Lamar. Clemson probably would have been 10% worse because they wouldn't have had as much depth. And Louisville probably beats them in 2016 and wins that game.
I would think that Louisville team would have had better players.
Yeah.
On average in today's game.
Compared to their peers, too.
Yeah, it'd be a little closer.
I don't think Alabama's winning titles with John Parker Wilson or Greg McElroy or any of those guys.
Yeah, John Parker Wilson, I don't think he ever won one.
Sure, but just those
McElroy, McCarron.
Right, those type of game managers.
Blake Sims.
Right.
Did Blake Sims win one? I don't think he won one.
I don't think so either.
Because they won it in 11 and 12.
And then Hurts.
Well, McElroy was there. McElroy would have won it in 09, right? He would have been the quarterback.
John Parker Wilson didn't win one, but McElroy said, did. I don't know if you're winning with that type of quarterback play moving forward.
Yeah.
I do think you're probably going to have better quarterback play than that because the rest of the rosters are going to be so more even.
Yeah, I think so. And it just unlocks a new level. It takes you to a different level offensively.
Last call on the other side. Bubba, send us a break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Here on the program, Bubba, your time to shine. What do we miss?
Was a big news happening. Joey Chestnut on probation. Gonna be competing, defending his title while on probation.
Just like a hot dog, Joey's in hot water.
After he pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor battery charge.
Do you know the situation surrounding it?
At one point in time, I did.
Was it a woman?
He was accused of slapping a man in the face during a night out at an Indiana bar. Entered a guilty plea on April 20th and was sentenced to 180 days.
As long as he didn't hit a woman, I think he's fine. Did you see El Grande Americano?
Yeah.
Ludwig Kaiser, he has also been arrested for battery. And when I saw that one, I was worried because, wrestlers, there's some dark history there. But he apparently, his story sounded kind of cool.
Yeah.
This guy was on an elevator, Cody, making out heavy with a woman. And as he was getting off the elevator, a guy that was on the elevator with him told him he should have some manners and basically not make out with somebody right in front of other people. So the guy hit him in the face. So the guy hit the guy that in the face for telling him that.
Sounds like the guy did not have the manners.
Yeah. He said, "You want me to show you manners? How about you mind your damn business?" Boom. I'll kiss my girl wherever I want to. Which, look, you could say he shouldn't be out hitting people. That's fine. But the guy should also just, oh, my God, it's a kiss. Get over it.
Tony Hawk is joining forces with mixed martial arts promoter and pioneer Scott Coker for a new global MMA league. Where I'm not sure how much Tony will be giving, but Tony Hawk getting into the MMA scene.
These mother bleepers.
Whoa.
Say how you feel.
No, I wasn't even listening to that story. They did the same thing. We appreciate your help. We appreciate you giving us this information. A technical limitation has prevented us from accessing the details needed to help you. To get the help that you deserve, we'd ask you to please submit a new support request. What do you mean? I just submitted a new support request.
And that's customer service for you.
And then they immediately, thank you, and then they give the automated, thank you for contacting the support. The case is now closed.
Yeah.
What do you mean? How satisfied? Very dissatisfied.
The U.S. House passed a bill to block large institutional investors from buying up single-family homes. That probably won't work.
Why are you satisfied or dissatisfied with the help provided? Please be descriptive as possible.
Because there wasn't no damn help.
And then the Texas Tech quarterback Brennan Sorsby lawsuit against, the judge in the Brennan Sorsby recused himself.
Service team.
The guy that with the picture with the mascot recused himself. I'm going to recuse myself, seeing as I'm a Red Raider for life.
Shaq is given the nickname to Wemby as Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson, huh?
Where he gets 55 blocks, 55 points, 55 steals.
No, it wasn't for that. It was because he's Tim Duncan
and David Robinson. I like my version better.
Yeah.
Or possibly because he's like a door and opens up both ways. Inside and outside the paint.
He's one of them damn wild and wacky arm flailing, waving inflatable tube man. That's what he is.
And then for racing, my favorite driver of all time, Kyle Busch.
Get his ass over at the Kia dealership.
Illness.
What happened to Kyle Busch?
He's very severely ill right now and possibly withdrawing from all the events happening this weekend from the Coke 600 and whatnot.
All right, then.
I would be too if I drove what he drove.
I hate these guys.
I drive 600 damn miles. He ain't feeling it this week. I get
Also, there's possible a scandal with this Miller Lite match ball. Have you seen that?
Well, I've just seen where everyone's been buying them and reselling them. Right? Essentially, people have bought them.
People are worried about AI and bots.
Yeah, some bots have bought some, $20, $30 balls, and now they're selling them for $500 online.
Matt makes a good point in the chat. If Lamar Jackson was playing nowadays, he'd be at Miami.
And Buffalo Wild Wings bottomless apps for $9.99 for the group in June 10th.
There is some real truth to that. Yeah, Lamar Jackson probably – I don't know if he'd have won a title because he hasn't won anything in the NFL, but, yeah, he probably wouldn't have been stuck at Louisville for multiple years.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
he'd be at Miami. That's exactly where he'd be.
That's pretty good. Well, happy to be back. Good to be here. Good to be anywhere. Talk to you tomorrow. Tony Basilio show up next.